Man, we just did 20 minutes with Patrice. That should have been on the air. I hate this. That's why maybe we got to keep you guys outside the door until we go live. He's talking about like Facebook and Twitter and being on the grid and being off the grid. And
it's my first time here at the wonderful new compound, man. How you guys doing?
It's wonderful, isn't it?
Well,
they don't really understand.
It hurts. It hurts.
Thank you.
It's the trickle down theory.
Because when I say it, they're like, "Oh, he's not grateful." Well, come on.
You're not grateful?
Yeah.
For hotel wallpaper and a wooden plank as crown molding. They disguised. That looks like something my mother beat me with.
But they would argue they did the right thing and they built us a nice studio over here.
Here's what they did: they brought your old TVs over and put them on the wallpaper, and then put Opie and Anthony sign up.
Yeah.
And now should be reserved for an old school newsman.
Yeah.
This is not right. This is not right for
Thank you, Patrice.
Fun and frolics and friendship and comfort and happy. There's
no room for
every
shenanigans.
second of your fucking voice talking is going to be resentment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even when you're having fun, you go, you know what? Why am I having fun? It just reminds me, it's like when I went to jail when I was younger, they sentenced me in January to go to jail in June.
Oh,
that's not
so
right. June 3rd, I'm just like kind of forgetting. I mean, January 3rd.
Yeah.
Then come like February 2nd, I'm like I'm laughing with a friend, like, and then I go, something's wrong with my life. Why am I not? Oh, I'm going to jail.
Why
did they do that?
It taints everything.
They're just waiting for a bed to open up.
The punishment.
So we have a good, you have a good run like the chicken run y'all just had last break. Good chicken run, and then you just look at something that looks like a chicken stain on the thing and go, yeah, I forgot there's a chicken.
Oh,
there's some chicken.
Did they ever give you a reason why they did that?
Because they knew they were wrong. They were waiting till the nigga left school and sent him to jail in the summer.
Yeah, they wait for. I think they wait for a room to clear.
Yeah, they just was sending me because they knew it was wrong with summertime.
It does
after the judge said a
agony,
speech,
huh?
like summer is for love, and you'll remember that. Summer's a time of season of change.
Great,
and
thanks,
no change, really.
Your Honor.
Give me a felony conviction for that, you fucking cocksucker. Now when I go to Canada, I gotta get a boot in my ass and maybe a taser. What are you doing here in our country? Really?
Felon.
Go fuck yourself. Fuck it, I don't need to be here.
What, every time you go over the border because of
It's
your
worse.
past?
It's worse with U.S. Customs.
And you always have to go into the room and shit?
I always have to go into the room.
Oh, mother.
And then they give me the thing where they, like Canada tries to be gangster now, really. Here's a big thing I don't worry about, by the way. I have some.
Are you pulling out a gun?
I like to. It puts you motherfuckers out your misery. Except for I won't kill myself. That's the only difference.
You're pretty much sitting on Norton's lap. Just want that to be.
Oh, you got one of those
heard out there.
It's just I got one of these.
What do you got?
Where it's a
Clearfly.
Listen, this is the fucking not Clearfly, motherfucker. This is RFID chipped. It's only for ground travel between Canada, Mexico, and the United States. They are destroying the borders. It's borderless.
Passport
it's
card.
The North American Union. The dollar will be gone soon. It's going to be the Amero without fucking. I pulled that out at the airport. They gathered around all the Ethiopians and Spanish people and fucking one white person that was running them. And they all went, ooh.
What does this do?
What is it? I've never
It's
seen
to
that.
drive, which no one fucking does, through Mexico, United States, and Canada.
What about a passport, though? Why not just have a passport?
Because it's to control transportation, and that is the only way you're going to be able to travel through. Driving through to Mexico, you're going to have that, and Canada, because it's going to be one big giant. It's what they do in Europe.
This is not a passport. This is not good for flying.
No.
So you need this and your passport and your license?
You need that as ground movement throughout North America. Your passport is to go to other countries.
I've never
Because
heard
I got
of
a new passport.
But you can't fly to Canada.
No.
When you get a passport, they give you that? Now?
Well, you have the choice, but it's not really a choice. And
it's not really a choice.
Protective, the sleeve that you have it in?
Yeah.
It's aluminum foil, and you have to keep it in there as law. Because
what?
Because the the fucking tracking you chip needs to be in there, or it could get fucked up with all your credit cards and all that other shit.
Holy mother of pearl!
I'm serious, man. It's fucking crazy out there.
You just freaked me out.
Travis is getting one of those.
What?
This is Danny. Travis is getting one of those.
Yeah.
Well, because he goes to Canada a lot.
Yeah, this is Travis. Yeah, pretty much what Patrice has is, like, let's say there's 10 lanes at the border.
Okay.
There's one lane for the car that Patrice has.
It's like an easy pass.
That's exactly what it is. This motherfucker. It always goes to white guys who don't give a fuck.
It sounds convenient, Patrice.
It's not convenient. It's an RFID chip in it, motherfucker. I'm telling. It's to track you.
I'm not in your Easy Pass.
Yeah, they have the same
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's why I don't have one.
The easy pass. What are you,
No one
fucking
wants to track us.
Don Corleone?
No, but it's
The Easy Pass is easy.
It's if they want to track.
I love
look,
the Easy
They don't
Pass.
call it a difficult pass.
Did you see this little girl?
Not
The
a
little girl
hassle
that just
pass.
is missing. This
Yes.
new white girl that's missing.
Yeah,
And
we're
they
all
keep showing.
petrified and scared for her.
They keep showing her on her last moments, but they keep circling people who are near her. Or you know how many times I've been fucking near some white girl that could be missing later, but I was just strolling, big old nigga strolling by. But that's how they use this shit to put you in jail.
No, they're
It
looking to catch people like that. But you're a guy who, if you were near someone in the video or they tracked you, there would be you didn't do anything wrong. There'd be no DNA connection. There would be no
If they
evidence.
questioned
There'd be
you,
no
you would go,
connection.
yeah, I was walking
You'd
here,
be exonerated.
Dude,
the more DNA, people are not convicted falsely with DNA. It's actually exonerating people. And that type of technology is normally exonerating people.
Barry Scheck runs a whole company now that just does that. He gets DNA and gets people out of fucking prison through DNA. Yes.
The eyewitness shit is the stuff that fucks you up. But like a computer chip stuff, they can prove, well, he wasn't there. He's got his chip. It says he was in another state. He wasn't there.
And people saying that's just for the daily commuters that go back and forth between, America and Mexico or America and Canada. It's for the daily commuters.
There is no daily commute.
It's there.
Have you seen her
I
yet?
thought Dom DeLuise died.
That's
Jabba the Hutt. She looks like Jabba.
Face transplant lady.
Why the fuck is her head twice as big as it should be?
She looks like one of those Where the Wild Things Are people.
She was shot in the face with a shotgun.
This ain't the same technology as Face Off.
No.
The movies made it look so nice.
Yeah, you put John Travolta's face on, you look like John Travolta.
Just remove my face.
Yeah, that's all.
I'd rather them put the fucking the William Shatner mask from Halloween just over my shotgun blast.
At least it's proportioned.
You know what? You're right.
Are you fucking kidding me? Sometimes I wish I wasn't afraid. You know that old saying, everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody want to die?
Yeah, sure.
I wish I just knew it was a heaven, and if something like that happened to me, I'd just be like, I'm going to heaven anyway.
out.
I'm out. That don't matter.
Don't matter.
Please don't leave me with jowls, like 7 different faces. That bitch looks prehistoric. And another thing I'm gonna be cremated, because you're not gonna have me as some oil in the year 8000.
You don't want to be fossil fuel?
800 times. Nah, nigga. You ain't putting me in nobody's gas tank, bitch.
Fossil fuel,
Burn me
Patrice.
and smoke me if you want to.
And you know what's fucked up? Your whole existence might amount to one fucking piston push going down. Just one. Like
some
that's you,
cocksucker named Earl in the year 4 million is changing some spacely sprocket thing with my ass. Fuck you. This ugly bitch could be oil, not me. As they find her face, right? And they reconstruct it and say, this is what all of them look like. Suck my dick.
Shit. Imagine that, yeah. We've reconstructed, and this is what people look like back in the year 20.
A new creature that we found, jowl face, and this is the male jowl face. Big jowls hanging down on her shoulders. People were ugly in the past.
Oh, damn.
Nigga. Damn. You can eat my ass, nigga. Burn me to death. Burn me, man. Cook me.
Holy
Cremate me.
You think she got rid of her Facebook page?
Oh, God. She's got a huge face.
A lady gets shot. A lady got shot in the face with a shotgun, walks in the bar. The bartender goes, why the long face?
Why the giant
face? Big face, bitch. I can't stand how we have to give a fuck about somebody who gets from ugly to uglier.
Thank you.
She went from looking like she just chewed 12 lemons to looking like she just has them in her mouth. Like she looked like she was eating them before. Now she looks like she has them stuffed in her mouth, you bulldog face bitch. Get out of here, punk face. Get the fuck out of here.
Look at the picture.
Oh my God. That bitch. Fucking Easter Island head bitch. Fuck out of here, man. What?
Damn. I thought we did this story justice 2 hours ago, but you just blew us out of the water, Patrice.
I'm still laughing at the middle picture saying it looks like she was sucking on lemons.
And then the next one is get out of here.
Holy
oh my
shit.
God, droopy dog. I don't want to see her ever again.
But she's trying to say she's not a monster, Patrice.
I'm not a monster.
Oh.
She wants everyone to know she's not a monster.
What's the bitch that's singing this ugly bitch? She looks just like her.
Yeah, that Boyle.
Susan Boyle.
She looks like Susan Boyle. They took her from looking like a decent woman to a fucking mess to Susan Boyle's sister.
Oh, shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that
She's
is...
all mouth. You
How did
couldn't.
we come up with Easter Island head?
I know,
That
it
was
really
Look at
is
her
Easter
fucking
Island
head.
head.
Why didn't
Wow,
we get that
damn.
one out there?
That giant head. Her head is a big pyramid. Like it's a giant
God
twisted.
damn.
But you know what?
Easter
It
Island.
looks like a prehistoric arrowhead. You ever see the stone arrowheads from Apocalypto? You big Apocalypto accent bitch.
Look at the Easter Island head.
Just stop.
God, Easter Island is exactly what you look like.
Wow.
Will you stop forcing me to fucking give a shit about shit like this?
And you know what? You can't just look at the face pictures that everyone's looking at on the internet. You got to see the full body because the head is gigantic
You know, it looks
on
like,
her body.
It looks like she's dislodged her jaw, swallowed a cinder block, and it's going down her neck.
I wish to God
That is a
I
square
had
fucking
enough
face.
fucking balls to completely believe in the Bible, completely believe in heaven. So if something happens like that, I could just say, "They go, Patrice, what do you want us to do?" And I just go, "Hey, what?
Pull the plug.
Harry,
Pull the plug.
light in your hair, throwing out the window, throwing in the water, in the ocean, take me to Australia, and find out where they have a lot of sharks, and throw me in the fucking water in Australia, and have them eat me. Matter of fact, cut my head off first, and have them eat my head. Go into the lobsters. The carnivorous lobsters and fucking kill me.
Holy shit.
I'm going to fucking heaven anyway. Why would you leave me alive with this face? I don't want this fucking face. Can I give it back? Can I fucking get her a receipt for this fucking face? You motherfuckers, this is what you did to me? You gave me a pointy head and giant jaws as a fucking finger? Fucking suck my dick! What you say, Patrice? Suck my dick! Suck my little dick!
You have a receipt for this face.
I want a different place. Niggas died all day. They get shot in the chest. I want a fucking regular face transplant. I heard a nigga died in jail yesterday. I want a good-looking motherfucker, too.
It's like, don't any models die?
Didn't this motherfucker... Didn't the fucking model die? Yeah, but he was white. I don't give a fuck. Look at how good-looking this nigga is. You gave me... Who died with a pointy head that was comparable? What'd you say? Comparable.
fucking headache.
Are you fucking serious? Stop fucking
shit,
forcing me to...
She looks like a howitzer shell.
What is wrong with... I'm fucking...
She looks like
under siege
artillery.
head. You fucking... Like somebody loads a head. Oh, shit.
Oh, God damn.
Oh,
Mommy, there's a Pez dispenser coming.
ow. Oh, fucking... Are you serious?
People want to... did you say carnivorous lobsters?
Yeah.
Okay, because they got it out there. Chris goes, did he say carnivorous lobsters?
Carnivorous.
Feed
Throw my
the
head
head.
to the carnivorous lobsters. Feed my head to those tough carnivorous lobsters in Australia. Save the transplant insurance money.
Holy shit.
Oh, they picked up
goddamn
carnivorous lobsters.
Oh, man.
Carnivorous lobsters.
I'm fucking get eaten with Bison Daly and his girlfriend.
Mother.
Oh,
God.
fucking Alan Shepard should be in that head going around the earth.
It's just
Old Mercury capsule head.
it's why I do that. I don't. The news. Why do you force me to give a fuck about what I don't give a fuck about that shit.
I'm with you. I barely give a shit
Are you
about
fucking
the
serious?
people around me.
Don't fucking force me to.
Why am I going to give a shit about a stranger that had an unfortunate
Yeah,
thing happen?
dude. Shit happens, motherfucker. Shit happens,
Wow,
man.
there you got that one right, Ed.
Oh,
There it is.
damn, man.
What makes her hair bad?
That's a great
It's
shot.
the hair.
You know
that's
what,
so
though?
bad. It's
There's
the
a-
thin hair on the top of her head. It's a thin wig.
Yeah, the thin
She needs
little
more hair.
She look like the doll from Trilogy of Terror.
that motherfucker with the knife.
Are you fucking serious, dude? Like, if I could fucking
Trilogy of Terror doll. Punch-Out Trilogy of Terror doll.
How the fuck you come up with that reference?
Holy shit.
It's the
That is
same
one
head.
of the fucking best old movies.
I don't-
remember being
I
a
don't know
kid
that
watching that and just
You
being
don't remember Trilogy
petrified.
with Karen Black?
I don't think I saw it.
I never saw that.
Dude, there it is.
Wow.
I saw Karen Black on a plane once. She still looked pretty good.
I would fuck Karen Black just.
She still looked, to say that you fucked Karen Black.
She's that ugly gorgeous. She's
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah,
Carly
yeah.
Simon. There's something about her that's just.
Old steam shovel jaw.
Yeah, it's just something about. Oh, this girl.
We might have the best reference of the day.
Holy
Dave in
shit.
South Carolina might have
Oh.
it. We've been taking these calls all morning long.
I say Easter Island head is fucking.
Is the number?
That hits it.
All right, Dave in South Carolina.
Hey, caller, old underside of a stingray head.
It does kind of look like that.
Oh shit! From a shark's point of view, a shark's point of view head, stingray shark.
Hey, that's not bad.
Oh god.
How
that's
about
not
wait a
bad.
minute? How about the tip top of a squid's head?
She's calamar.
Calamari.
The grimace.
Oh, she gotta. Her sense of humor better be acute, man.
Oh,
She better.
hell yeah.
She's gonna have to deal with it because she's gonna have a lot of phony people around.
Oh, yeah.
Who are like, oh my god, I'm glad you're alive. And
Thank God, because you know something? It looks fantastic. You can't even tell anything happened.
Really?
They should put like blue hair on her and then let Bugs Bunny try to fucking.
Monsters are such interesting people.
oh my god.
I was just saying, I'm going to put some curlers in your hair and I'll be right back.
Oh shit! Monsters are such interesting people.
Interesting people.
There she is. Holy shit.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Okay, Doc.
How the fuck did you find that, Danny? Look at
Danny
that.
is the king
Oh my
of the
God.
search engine.
I don't even know the name of that monster. Shit.
Gossamer.
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 Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Man, look, man. I'm telling you, this new. I had to stop. For this whole fucking world thing, this globalization, because it just makes you upset every second of the day.
Absolutely.
I don't just like this fucking bitch.
Where you at with the swine flu? There's a little pushback. The media is getting a little shit that they,
Well,
pumped up
because
this swine flu thing.
they were, but you got to be
We got our
into that
first
shit
death,
though.
but-
you got to be into that whole bullshit, the conspiracy world.
Yeah.
To look at the swine flu and go, oh, here we go with the bullshit.
Yeah, I'm a little suspicious
because
about
it's
this one.
inoculations and vaccinations. It's control. But I was watching this thing about Sun Tzu. One of the things they were talking about the Tet Offensive. It was interesting.
The Tet
One of the
Offensive.
why it failed because it was a genius plan, but
Yeah.
why it failed is a thing called moral influence, where you need the people to support the fucked up shit you do, and that's the thing about these things. You got to do fucked up shit. People have to go, get the Mexicans. We have to control the borders and we have to control vaccinate. It's all for real, but it gets where you go, all right, cool. But I just go, fuck it. I just don't even say nothing no more. Cause
Every little piece adds up. though.
it adds up.
Yeah.
My thing is, why the fuck aren't we mad at the fact that our money is not, fuck everything else, 9/11, we have no factual wealth. There's no wealth. Gold standard's gone. They're just printing money.
Yeah.
So we really have no fucking money. That's what kills me, dude.
It's a note that gets you goods and services.
What money is originally is a receipt. for the money, for your wealth.
That you have.
That you have.
Your wealth.
But if you want to cash in your receipt, there's nothing to cash it in. That's
You could get a car.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Goods and services, barter. We gotta go back to the barter system. I'm gonna buy a lot of toasters and a lot of blenders,
and
trade them with people with bread and eggs.
Toasters and blenders.
I'm telling you, man. Fuck all this, man. Because if you got $1 million in the bank, basically they'll just print $20 billion more dollars.
And now you don't have shit.
Now you have nothing in the bank. They could just control. There's nothing you could do. You could take it all out and put it under your mattress.
It doesn't matter.
It can't go nowhere. You just, hey, I'm a millionaire. But bread costs $987,000.
Yeah.
Here's your change.
Now you're fucking, you ain't got shit.
That is scary
when you
me.
think of that stuff.
And then what that does, though, it cancels out all the arguments about, who shot JFK and who believes this and did the fact is, we are fucked because we have no money. It's just paper. It's monopoly money. And it scares the shit. It should scare everybody. But no one gives a fuck.
It does. You got to just keep...
stop drinking aspartame. Don't drink aspartame. You don't fuck with Diet Coke in here, right?
Oh, I do. I love it.
What's that about?
Leave it alone. Aspartame is absolutely, factually poison. They've been trying to get it fucking... I'm so sorry about this.
I love Diet Coke.
No, I like
don't drink Diet Coke.
How about Diet Pepsi?
I don't drink any of that
aspartame,
shit.
anything... Searle is a company. Searle is a company that tried to get aspartame, I think since 1961, to be passed. FDA is like, wait a minute, this shit causes brain cancer. Mice are we're 5 times more susceptible to cancer than mice, and 20 times more susceptible than cancer than monkeys. They both get brain cancer when they give them aspartame. Now, they wouldn't fucking pass the law. The FDA's like, we can't do this. This is...
A whole pudding-headed monkey. Poor thing.
Exactly. Listening to Beatles records.
Yeah, just a big tumor head monkey and some rats with tumors, just whatever. And then, I think in the early 80s, I think 80 or 81, guess who was the president of Searle?
Who?
Donald Rumsfeld. He gets in the office, Daddy Bush puts him in, and they pass fucking aspartame and NutraSweet and fucking
that sounds
Sweet
like
and
a
Low.
conflict of interest.
Dude, and he fucking fires the FDA guy that's in then and puts his own guy in, and guess what is now delicious. Now, here's what they say. Here's the conspiracy shit that sounds fucked up. If you put Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi in heat, this is fact. If you put it in heat past 80 degrees, the aspartame breaks down inside that liquid into like formaldehyde. It turns into complete like poison, almost.
You're shitting me.
No bullshit. That's what they say the first, and this is just rumor, that the first Gulf War, the Gulf War syndrome, was from Diet Coke.
Overheating?
In the heat, 140 degree heat that the soldiers would drink. And that would fuck their shit up. That's what they say.
I know,
If somebody
that's just
calls and tells
sounding-
me to suck my dick, I'll go, yeah, I'll suck
sounding
it.
very conspiracy-esque there, Patrice, to be honest with you.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's why I'm only going with the
Something
bank.
that blatant.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going with the bank. The fact
You
is,
can get all this information at Pepsi.com.
and that's the thing. And of course, I'm just saying, I don't want to get sued for this is what I hear. This
But
is the
Patrice,
things
hold on a
I've seen.
second.
That's
If
it.
this is a real problem, why isn't more people diagnosed with brain cancer? Why isn't it an
They are.
epidemic?
When do you get your fucking brain cancer information in the morning?
But everyone drinks the diet soda.
They say
There should be-
pilots are having
There should
something
be
called
brain cancer all over the
May
fucking
take years.
place.
pilots. I think, and this could be again. Somebody.
I'm
could be
just
wrong.
asking.
Pilots, I don't think are allowed to drink Diet Coke before they fly, because they were having what they call grand mal seizures, and they were having seizures in the planes.
I say we put some Diet Coke in the microwave.
No shit.
Heat that shit up and let David drink it and
No
see if he
shit.
fucking freaks out.
Oh, I hear them screaming out there going, do it.
What would management...
Oh, well, you like that?
I do. I think about it every time we think of doing any type of bit with anybody.
What's? Oh, wait a minute. Oh.
Good gravy. Oh, good gravy.
Oh.
Good gosh.
I don't even know where it is. Okay, what's the bit at?
Well, I say we take some Diet Coke with the aspartame in it,
Yeah.
and we put it in the microwave, heat it up really, really hot, And if this breakdown happens, then we have David drink it and see what happens to his brain.
What would management say?
I didn't think of that. Yeah, you're right. Fuck it.
Oh, to answer your question, not everybody who smokes cigarettes gets lung cancer, by the way.
Yeah,
That's true.
I mean,
I'm just asking for the, just to
I
get
mean,
that
Fair
out.
enough. Fair enough, sir. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's like, so I don't know. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to save my friends.
That diet soda.
What can we drink that's yummy, though? I like a yummy drink.
I know, I hate
Water.
water. Makes my stomach hurt.
Now, doesn't some diet
It
soda
sucks.
have other stuff in it? Like saccharin, for
No.
years they were saying it causes cancer.
I think saccharin, not saccharin, there was
What
another
about
poison, something. What was in the first diet? In Tab. It's illegal. And every single one of these things, right?
What's in NutraSweet?
NutraSweet is aspartame.
Yeah?
Aspartame and Sweet and Low is the same product.
Sweet and Low was what used to be saccharin.
No. NutraSweet and
Sweet and Low.
Splenda.
Splenda,
Sweet
right,
and Low
right,
is,
right.
is saccharin, which is illegal in England.
Is Splenda
Europe.
good?
Splenda's the same thing. Splenda's aspartame
I
and
do a little
phenylline.
Splenda.
Yeah, don't leave it. It's poison.
I'm
Can't
out.
they come up with something sweet that doesn't?
I know.
And it's always wait a minute. They did. It's always from cancer experiments. Like they're
like,
trying to
that's
find a
Yes,
cure.
a tuft of hair. Here.
Yes.
Put that in your coffee.
They always trying to find a cure for cancer.
You want to take
And they came up with these
And
fucking.
they come up with, and the guy goes, wait a minute, this could kill, but this motherfucking shit is 100 times sweeter than sugar. MSG used to be in baby food from World War II.
Yeah.
When they used to get, the motherfuckers went to Japan and got all the Japanese rations and was tasting it like, this shit is delicious. And they went and found out the shit, they was trying to find a cure for some kind of disease, some shitty cancer.
All right, listen, Patrice, we got to go to Snopes.
But wait, who is putting...
People are saying go to Snopes on the aspartame.
Who's tasting cancer research stuff? Like, how do you know it's... Who's got, like, cancer blood to go, I got to give it a sip. It looks sweet.
Is Snopes saying fuck me or Snopes is with me?
And then we got a guy on the phone, John. He goes, I hate Patrice. How could you hate Patrice after that fucking face transplant
Well, let's talk
shit
to
he just
John.
did?
Let's see.
How could you hate
his name
someone-
is John Aspartame. It's his uncle's company.
Hey, John, how could you hate Patrice after...
It's Ted, that's my boy Ted Pertain.
It's very good for you. It makes your head bigger so your hat spit.
John, how could you hate Patrice?
Pack of lies.
How could you hate Patrice after he gave us like 20 solid minutes on that face transplant monster?
No, I think Patrice is a funny stand-up. But the problem is, whenever he's on the show, he just like takes over your show, man, and he talks over.
Divide and conquer. There you go.
No.
He's being very
they-
funny.
They're very. We're in a room full of childish people like that, dude.
We're
Like, stop.
completely getting our points across, and we're having a discussion here. Patrice,
They know what they get when they have me in. I'm loud and I like to
Right.
laugh, and
When
it
your
happens.
When your friend is on fire and he's being funny,
let him
it's
go.
not like we're all trying to talk and he's not letting us. He's being funny, so we're laughing. That's what you do when someone's being
I
funny.
believe we have to justify it to this
Well,
idiot.
Ted Fred Pertain is a dick.
Yes, he is.
You want to take a phone call from someone who thinks you're an idiot?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yes.
All right.
Hello? Anyone, you're on the line.
Tyler Nundy. He's a pilot, actually.
Well, okay.
Let's see.
And again,
We're trying to get
can
some knowledge
Can I
today.
please say that I'm only saying I believe it, but what he's going to say, he's a pilot.
He's
but again,
in on it.
Again, not everybody's going to have a fucking seizure.
Yeah.
But someone did. Someone pilots had a seizure, and they found out because he drank Diet Coke.
That's why he got
Some
two
people-
guys in the cockpit.
Yeah, there you go. Just in
one
case
has
a
a seizure.
cocksucker has a seizure.
Tyler, you got Patrice.
Yeah, I'm an airline pilot. There's
Welcome
no
aboard.
regulation on any soda that we can drink. They don't care. You can drink any soda you want. Where are you coming up with this crap?
Who you work for? Fucking Alaska Airlines or one of them propeller ones? The
US
ones that-
Air.
Yeah, the ones that
Yeah, don't worry
fucking
about
pigeons. Which one?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Which one?
Propeller
Do you
one.
understand? Do you see what he did? He fucking told me I'm a cocksucker. I put myself out there.
No.
Then you call and say you're a pilot. You know what? I'm an astronaut, fuckface. Who do I fly for? NASA.
What kind of plane? He's gone.
Yeah, exactly, you
Well,
fucking
you know
dick.
what? Here's Maureen, who agrees with Patrice. Listen to this one. Maureen.
Mo, how are you?
Hi. That acetane that's in the Splendor and the Sweet and Low and all those fake sugars that are out there, they are great for killing insects in the summer because we used to have an ant problem in the backyard. You put that stuff down, it's sweet. They take it and go back to the nest with it, and it kills all of them.
Ant problem.
That stuff is poisonous.
Somebody who's in the backyard fucking your teenage daughters.
But the fact is, here's one of the things, and this is and Jimmy, this is one thing. I'll be blown away with all the people that just go fuck yourself with conspiracy theory. Yeah. What I'm saying is, the fact is, Donald Rumsfeld, okay, was the president of the company that couldn't get a product passed for 20 years. And when he got in there, he dumped off the people that said no for 20 years and got it approved. I'm saying, does that not that just sounds like coincidence? I just go, it doesn't mean nothing, I guess.
We got to ride the phones a little bit because people are sort of backing you up. But you got Dano in Kentucky. Dano, what do you got on this Patrice?
Fuck him.
Hey, good morning, fellas.
Boo.
Hey, we had a young buck sergeant in my company when I was stationed at Fort Hood, and when he came back from the Gulf War a couple of years after. His hair was falling out in clumps, man, and he looked like he just escaped from Dachau. And this guy was huge when he went over to the sandbox the first time, and you know, he just deteriorated, man. I mean, he literally looked like he had Mickey Mouse on the side of his head.
So what?
This guy was, it was horrible. I mean, it's just like a.
All right, we get that it was horrible. What was he diagnosed as having?
They had no idea, but God forbid it be Gulf War syndrome because there's no such thing as that.
Yeah, something happened to the boys though. That's obvious.
They wasn't spraying Agent Orange over there and all that shit.
No, there's no foliage over there.
You don't have to have it foliage. Oh my God.
We don't mean to laugh, but the face transplant lady's back on TV.
I'm
gonna tell you who she looks like.
Yeah,
Madam.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh my God. Waylon Flowers and Madam the puppet.
Oh my God.
Madam.
Oh, she is horrendous.
She is
old shiny cheeks.
Old ball bag chin.
Oh shit.
Madam.
Let's say hi to Lonnie.
She looks like Jabba more than put up with Jabba the Hutt and look at this and the shape of her fucking face.
A little Jabba going on. Let's go to Lonnie in North Carolina. Lonnie.
Hey, Patrice.
Oh yeah.
Hey. There's a chemical that they put in Mountain Dew. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the same chemical that they put in antifreeze. And if you drink antifreeze, what will it do? It will kill you.
I'm just saying. Look, this is the thing is you get too much into this, like where it goes back. It's just there's certain fucking facts that exist that you go, wait a minute. All right, you can't lie about the fact that aspartame couldn't get approved for 20 years and then finally did when Mr. Rumsfeld got in office. Now, I'm not saying he got nothing to do with it, but the FDA wouldn't put this fucking product out.
Now, Snopes, though, is coming up with a lot of falses on these, Patrice.
What are they saying?
A lot of falses.
Fair enough.
That's the go-to site, too, Patrice.
They could be in on it.
Now, Donald Rumsfeld was the president of the company of Snopes. He was the president of the company that finally got what's known to be a poison chemical approved for consumption.
He truly was, yeah.
That's it.
All right, let me.
I mean, Snopes can tell me to go fuck myself.
I don't know that.
Guy's got a pinky as his big toe.
What is Snopes?
Oh, they took his big toe off.
What is this story?
And put it on his hand because he lost his thumb. So now he's got his big toe on his thumb.
Oh my God!
Oh God! His stupid thumb's always going to market.
What's going on with the news today?
God!
I think doctors are just getting
and
bored.
then I guess
I'm gonna get you, sucker toe.
Look, they just took his big toe off. I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Took the big toe off, made it into his thumb. It looks pretty much like he has a better thumb than mine.
Does it smell?
Huh?
You think it stinks?
It probably has the same callus under it.
Oh.
A little padding, toe padding.
A corn. He gets a corn on his thumb.
What the fuck's going on with the news today?
It's just horrid. Something else is happening. Why do we need to know about toes?
And fucking face lady and everything.
Lady.
It's
what's
just
going
becoming
on?
Swine flu.
It really is.
Distractions.
Porn star for Senate.
Who is this porn
star?
Thank
you, Opie.
There's all kinds of stories coming up.
I'm a fan of the distraction. I really believe that things just happen to be on TV at the right time.
Got G20 summits and shit. And
Major league distractions are going on right now as like finances are crumbling.
Fucking puppies sliding around.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, the
with
puppy
no,
with
like
no
with the cripple, like
muscles.
it's just to make you go, oh, and the missing girls every 5 minutes. Like fucking Nancy Grace is the dead white baby network now.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
do you have any other fucking news, you funky bitch? Hulk Hogan said he wanted to kill his wife. Is that news? Who's this other one that's not Nancy Grace? This other one with one eyebrow. She looks, she like Frankenstein.
The one with the facelift?
That's the one that they dutied up.
With the fucking...
No, they gussied her up.
One eyebrow
The
that
dyke.
is inside of her eyes.
She looks like a lesbian,
Oh,
to
the
me.
one,
my personal opinion.
She got 3 names.
Rachel Maddow?
No. She's on...
What the fuck you?
She's on HLN. It's Nancy Grace and her. That's it. Nancy Grace does dead babies.
What the fuck is he talking about?
And the other
Down
one
babies.
she does some dead baby, then she does Hulk Hogan wants to kill his wife. Come on, man.
I don't know.
Her name is something.
Travis is at the computer, so you're not going to get anything out of him.
No.
Yeah.
HLN,
Travis
can you
is,
type in HLN real quick, please?
Travis is illiterate.
We got a doctor told me story. Let's see what this is
We'll
about.
call Dr. Steve.
Oh, you didn't do the Snopes thing yet. Oh, yeah, let's get Dr. Steve on. Tom in Nebraska. Tom?
Hey, guys. How are you this morning?
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, I was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy because my legs went bad on me, my arms went bad.
That's fucking terrible.
Oh my God. That's funny. But the minute I stopped aspartame for a month, everything came back.
No way.
Because it's associated with a lot of neurological diseases. And Patrice is absolutely
They call
right.
them excitotoxins.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's
sounds
unbelievable. It does affect certain people, and it will ruin your muscular and neurosystem.
I got to be honest here. Dr. Steve not backing up Patrice.
Well, get him on the phone.
No, he can't call. He's doing something probably with a patient.
Oh, fuck the patient.
These guys said he's got his
busy.
fingers in somebody and she's going to wake up soon. He said, I can't call in, but Patrice is full of shit on this one.
How about the muscular dystrophy guy who got better when he stopped drinking the shit?
Oh, he probably stopped doing other stuff too, like
and
fucking.
fuck him.
He probably moved away from a fucking nuclear reactor.
How can you ask?
I'm telling you what he said. Listen.
I know, but not fuck Dr. Steve. We like Dr. Steve, but he's a doctor. He's going to prescribe me something that has to do with aspartame.
No, here's
it's
what he said.
FDA.
He said aspartame is simply 2 amino acids, a very small protein. Nothing poisonous about it. I said, is Diet Coke going to kill me? Hell no.
That's what he says, but there's other credible doctors who say different.
True.
I believe them.
There was a truck driver that said that when they haul Coke and Diet Coke in the tractor trailers, it's not refrigerated, and sometimes that temperature in the back of the trailer goes way the fuck up.
Yeah, and it's not... type in 80 degrees aspartame or 80 degrees Diet Coke. It just... You can't store it past... I think on their website you can't store it past up above 80 degrees.
Greta Van Susteren.
One thing...
Van Susteren.
Susteren. Van Susteren.
They just had it. Mitchell.
No, wait, there's one thing you might be missing, though.
Yeah.
Just because an ingredient... I'm not saying you're wrong, but because an ingredient's in antifreeze... Every ingredient, if you break down antifreeze, might not be deadly. Like, H2O might be an antifreeze. Right. So just because they say it's an antifreeze, I don't know.
Fair enough.
Do you know
That's a fair argument.
Do you know what happened if you ate pure sodium?
You'd probably come all over.
You'd and if you ate chlorine,
Why
you'd
are you
also
eating like
die.
a kitten? The fuck is wrong with this bitch ass nigga, man?
Patrice, I put a little bit of weight on. I'm trying to get
Jimmy Kenny just brought Jimmy in a can of bumblebee tuna.
Why
don't you go play with some fucking some slippers or a ball instead of eating like a
Jimmy
kitten?
some yarn.
Exercise like one you.
Jimmy's gonna bat around some yarn.
Mouse face. Just fucking hit your own head. He brought in a giant can of fucking cat food.
And he's gonna chase his hog later.
And a big jar of
take
mayo.
a laser light and make him chase it into the wall.
Is the mayo fattening?
No, it's fat free, of course.
Is fat-free mayo
does that
good?
have aspartame in it?
It's got AIDS in it.
Don't eat it. I'm sorry, man. What are you gonna do? And ultimately, eat aspartame or don't. I'm just trying to save motherfuckers, man.
I hear a lot of people are saying, "Oh, what is that, Danny? That says aspartame warning."
And it's bad for diabetics because it makes the body think sugar is in it. Even though
really,
yeah,
diabetics should fix their bodies and stop fucking.
I'm saying it's
So
supposed to be
fools your pancreas or some shit.
It's supposed to be it's inside of you, and this is not affecting you like sugar, but it affects the mind so that it makes the body think there's sugar in it any goddamn way.
So just fucking say it over and over that this is not sugar. This is not sugar.
All right, listen.
You're an asshole, you motherfucker.
Chemist, Patrice is completely right. That's Rick in New Hampshire. Med student, Chris in Missouri. Patrice is just wrong.
Oh, good God. What a bunch
Stryker,
of opinions.
What to think?
I don't know.
Millions are allergic to aspartame. Tell Dr. Steve, this is from Phil in Ohio, that 2 chemicals break down to formaldehyde when mixed with stomach acid.
This thing, and everybody's getting this. Whatever this is that I'm reading here says that aspartame, when aspartame exceeds 86 degrees, it converts to formaldehyde. Yeah, but this is just some dude writing something on the internet. That's
right. But if it'll be more than just him.
Yeah, but it could
I think
put Coca-Cola in the microwave. I'll drink it right now. There's nothing wrong. I've had hot soda before. It doesn't taste like formaldehyde.
Yeah,
I love hot soda.
You might get a brain tumor.
Well, I don't like.
I guess we can't prove it.
That's what I'm saying. My thing is, it's like that. It's going to always break down to that. There are things in there that you, okay, if you go, fuck that, I'll drink the soda, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's the thing where you go, okay, Danny, if we do this, you prove me wrong. But there are some facts there that you should go, that bothers me, the fact that that's a fact.
It gives you pause.
Even though it may not lead to America brought down the towers itself, it's still, the fact is,
it makes you think.
Income tax didn't exist till after
Patrice, do you eat microwave food?
That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
But you won't have a Diet Coke.
My thing is, if somebody says, give me some information that don't eat microwave, I won't do it.
Well, maybe there hasn't been enough research because microwaves have only been a consumer product for X amount of time. So
look at 50 years. Are you in agreement that cigarettes probably kill you?
Of course.
There was a time where motherfuckers.
9 out of 10 doctors.
Now the Marlboro Man, the original Marlboro Man, looks like that lady.
Yeah, he's
before the transplant, no mouth and all the whole thing.
Dead.
Now cigarettes. You have to say cigarettes are poison. You have to.
Yeah.
There's not even. It could be poison no more.
Use a
it's
cell phone?
Poison.
Use a cell phone.
That's what I'm saying. That I believe that.
Brain tumor.
And if I fucking think about it enough, I'll try not to use a cell phone because that's what I'm saying. Some people don't, and some people.
Yeah, by the way, Dr. Steve,
you're gonna get finger cancer.
Well, that's can't store it above 80 degrees because its protein breaks down and it loses its sweetness.
Yeah, it breaks down and it separates.
I'm with Patrice. We don't know what the fuck we're eating and drinking for sure.
Nothing.
And some of this shit will probably turn out to be as bad as cigarettes.
Oh, fudge.
Who knew there's something in peanuts that everything has to be told. You have to be told that this was made next door to Johnny's Peanut Factory. Because there's so many people that'll just fucking die from peanuts.
Just peanut dust. We'll take you out.
I bought some watermelon made near peanuts, a peanut facility.
How about this new announcement?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to be able to serve peanuts on the aircraft because we have a peanut allergic passenger.
Well, fuck them.
Yes.
Peanuts have a peanut free flight.
Exactly. Tell
peanuts are killing
motherfuckers in the bathroom.
I haven't heard that announcement.
How do you look at his own shit?
Hey, what do you use for tracers?
Exactly. So tell him not to read the funny papers.
The funny papers. I read the funny papers.
We're gonna break. Patrice, what are you promoting?
I'm in Miami. I'm at the Miami Improv this weekend.
Starting what? Tomorrow?
Starting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
For everybody in the Miami area, go see Patrice O'Neill at the Miami Improv.
Come here, Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy's.
And I'm in comics in June for the people who live in New York. Comics in June.
We're gonna let Jimmy eat like a kitten.
A kitten. That is so.
That's brilliant.
Funny.
Chris Cornell was in yesterday.
Yes.
And he was talking about Trent Reznor. Mm-hmm. And Jimmy got involved, and the hilarity ensued.
Trent Reznor, who I don't know if you're friends with him or not. I always thought he was kind of a jizz bucket. That's just my take on him.
Wow.
I never really liked him.
Jizz bucket.
That's just my take on him. Fuck him.
Right.
Never liked him. We get it.
You never liked 9 Inch Nails?
Never. But he's shitting on your new thing. It's like, for what?
Yeah, I don't know. I never met him. Soundgarden was. We were a fan of his. Especially his video, but his video and Head Like a Hole.
Yeah, it's very
I heard that.
creepy.
I love that. We hired the same guys that did that video to do the Jesus Christ Pose video, based on that. And then, that was kind of it for me as far as being a fan. But I liked that. I never met him. I never read what he said about my Timbaland record. Making a record with Timbaland and me being me, I knew there was going to be people that were going to talk shit. That's sort of that's like a script someone wrote for you. Whatever he said something that's like on Twitter, which is like you can basically put one paragraph. And so I added him so I can see what he says. You know, and he doesn't like bring it up anymore. I think he said one little thing and then it was sort of repeated over and over and over.
Sort of just like a mental kind of I'm just going to blurt this shit out and then leave it alone.
But what I do see is he does talk about Star Trek a lot. which is, you know, he's got opinions about a lot of stuff. But he talks about Star Trek a lot.
Wow.
And that, I don't know what tale that tells, but it tells some kind of a tale.
Fucking nerd.
There is a group that talks about Star Trek, and maybe he gets a little preoccupied with it. And in fact, I see it on the cover of the magazine here. The new Star Trek movie is out. He was talking to people about that. I think everybody's happy about it.
5 stars.
Yeah, 5 stars in the paper.
Yeah, in the paper.
You know, I don't like Trent Reznor because years ago I dated a girl named Liz who had a thing for him, and she goes, you know, he's bisexual. And she said she masturbated thinking about me and him fucking.
Jesus Christ, Jimmy.
And it always annoyed me.
Patrice O'Neill, Miami Improv this weekend. Hey, intern David hates tuna fish. We're going to have him come in here to do his Wolverine movie review.
Ah,
you see the Wolverine yet, Patrice? You're a big movie guy. You seen it? You saw it already. You liked it?
Yeah, it was as good as any of them. It wasn't bad.
I like the X-Men movies.
Wasn't bad. I thought Liev Schreiber was really good.
Oh, who's that guy? The one that plays
Sabretooth?
Yeah.
It was good. It wasn't like you don't do backflips or nothing.
Yeah.
But it was certainly.
What do you think Star Trek looks like?
That shit looks amazing.
Doesn't that look great?
That looks fucking amazing.
Getting 5 stars.
See that.
Opens tomorrow.
Dude, that
I know.
really, and I tell you, they got Pelham. I saw the original taking of Pelham
1, 2, 3.
Oh, they're redoing that movie,
They're
right?
redoing it with Denzel and somebody else.
Why?
I don't know
why,
but I tell you, Robert Shaw was fucking great as that.
I was gonna say most people alive today don't know that movie.
I've never heard of it. I never even thought of that movie.
They don't know that movie.
And there's one coming out this month. I think the 24th that I might want to see. It's Star Trek's the biggie, and it's another one that's open.
Terminator's coming out. Yeah.
Terminator, but keep going. What's
action or comedy?
I don't know.
Where
if
we
I
at?
hear the name, I'll know it. I think it's. What's today's date?
We got the 6th.
The 6th. So, not the 13th.
Matthew McConaughey.
No.
Oh yeah.
Around the 20th.
McConaughey and I'm a cunt.
What do we got there?
It must be the Girlfriend Experience. No?
The Girlfriend Experience.
Dance flick?
Land of the Lost.
Land of the Lost.
No. Angels and Demons. I want to see that. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that Ron Howard movie?
Yep.
And Terminator looks like it's going to be good, too.
Yeah. It's another one of those, you know, we don't give a shit what the fuck movie came out before. We're just redoing this. Fuck you. I like that attitude.
That's Star Trek, man.
Dude,
with the young, everybody.
Young, brash Kirk and fucking, And
then there's
Doc, I'm Doc McCoy.
But here's, they got 2 casting things that's going to be interesting. The Asian guy from the Kumar, Harold and Kumar movies is going to play Sulu. And then the guy from the zombie movies, he's
gonna play Simon Pegg is gonna play Scotty,
and that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
but other than that, dude, that shit.
I could see that happening. I could see him being Scotty though. That's kind of, but he's always been funny, so I don't know.
If that movie's bad, I'll be sort of disappointed.
It's not gonna be bad.
I remember, you know something? I remember the same fucking conversation taking place
with what?
With Planet of the Apes. Saying, if this looks so, I was going, it looks so good. Remember I had the movie poster hanging up over my desk for like months, and I'm going, I cannot wait to see this. And I was like,
they could have been on their, They could have been on their 10th movie by now.
Yeah. That was a bad decision, wasn't it? That was a bad movie. That came on CW the other day. And I was like, this movie is in obscurity because it fucking stinks. Because
how do you wreck that?
But it wasn't getting 5-star reviews either, though. This is getting great reviews.
This one's getting really good. Yeah, Star Trek just looks like
it's getting good reviews?
Dude, 5 stars. It's gonna fucking destroy too at the box office.
You know what, too? 100%. How many?
Yeah, this is probably
100%.
36 ratings.
What?
36 ratings, not one bad review for Star Trek on Rotten Tomatoes.
But, hey,
yet.
can I say some fucked up shit though? Let's fucking be honest.
Yeah. Right.
The people who review movies now are not credible like they used to be. Siskel and Ebert were two dudes fucking doing fucking movie, and you were waiting for that thumbs up, and usually it was legitimate. But like these at the movie sissies, like, can you trust those two assholes? And these kind of nerdy Trekkie fan, dude, they're Trekkie fan. These are people that dress up as Spock,
well, you know,
who are doing movie interviews
then
now.
They might be more critical then.
Yeah.
If they are,
but,
you know?
Not if it's nostalgic for them.
Wait a minute. I got something to add to this whole discussion.
Saying.
Hold on. We're talking about Star Trek, J.J. Abrams, Cloverfield. And I'm looking at a guy that hated Cloverfield.
Cloverfield. Matter of fact, I have an enemy in that meathead that had the camera in that movie. Just because I said that shit. We was in Montreal, and he's just looking at me
T.J.
like,
Miller,
he got drunk. You're like, you're a fat fuck.
Fuck
That's
you.
You fat fuck. Does he come here? I go,
This in my movie, motherfucker.
Okay. Come here. Give me a kiss, TJ.
Who was the movie reviewer that said to you?
Jeffrey Lyons.
Jeffrey Lyons.
No one asked you, because right at the end of the screening, Patrice was like, what'd you say? That stinks,
stinks.
Or skip it,
I
or
liked
something.
it.
Overfield.
I kind of liked it, too.
I watched it 2 more times. And it just didn't do what it should have did. And I was critical of it because it bugged me because it could have did so much more. So it is J.J. Abrams. Evidently, he's a monster in terms of getting movies made.
Yeah.
Because I always wondered, how the fuck do you get the rights to make something, another Star Trek?
Yeah.
Like where you go, I like this idea. You know what? I'm going to make Bridge over the River Kwai again just to do it. Do you know what kind of fucking shit you got to do that?
I want those rights, and how do I get that?
How do I get that? I want to remake Jaws. What?
Yeah.
Get that lady from the fucking...
Eventually they'll remake Jaws, though. You know it'll happen.
That is who she looks like, the Jaws movie poster coming up in the water.
Holy shit, yeah.
Oh, my God.
They will remake Jaws.
Robert
in our
Shaw,
lifetime.
How do you recast fucking Robert Shaw in that movie?
I say you give
Let's recast Jaws right
Give it
now.
another 10 years.
Jesus.
Ewan McGregor, how he say his name, he'll be in it.
As who?
Whatever.
I say
Robert Shaw.
He'll be Robert Shaw, you think?
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor?
Yeah, his big name.
I think you need someone a little more gruff.
A little gruff?
Yeah, a
Okay.
little more gruff.
Rachel Maddow.
All right.
How about Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman.
As
Not about enough of Hugh Jackman.
Enough of him.
What a silly name.
Steve as
Yes.
How such a little wimpy guy plays such a fucking character like Wolverine and pulls it off?
A who guy?
He is a little wimpy fucking Broadway
He looks like a beast to me.
I know.
He's a little-
but if you
little
see him
fella.
like...
He's a teeny little dude.
Oh, yeah, and he's
small
like a
dude.
Broadway. He hosted the fucking like Tony Awards and shit.
But the real Wolverine is in the book is 5'1" or some shit.
Oh, really?
Really?
I mean, I could be, but he's a teeny dude. He's like a midget.
Danny?
I thought he was small too. I figured he was like 5'7", 8". He's not. He's actually almost 6'3".
He's 6.
Dude, I'm surprised. I'm just surprised.
We have no business doing a radio show.
Hugh Jackman is 6'3".
He just called Hugh Jackman a midget, and he's an inch and a half shorter than me. He's a monster.
I don't feel bad about my Levon bit earlier now.
Hold the phone.
Wolverine is only
I thought-
5 something.
In the books, Wolverine is like 5'3" or something.
I
He's
thought
supposed to
he
be
was
a tiny little guy.
I thought he was small.
6'4".
Hey, let's get intern
Wolverine's
David in
small.
here
I'm
for the
stunned.
Wolverine movie review, by the way.
Yeah, now that we're talking about it.
Now that I don't feel bad confusing Tiny Dancer with Levon.
Stunned.
Yeah, we're fucking up all over the place.
Fuck it.
You just fucking took a foot
I
off
was
his
with you, though. I was with Dan. I thought he was a small guy, too.
He just took a foot off this guy.
Intern David, everyone.
I chopped a foot off a Wolverine.
David?
Did you crack
morning,
his
Opie.
crackers?
Yeah, just crush them all.
Patrice just wanted some saltines.
Eat them anyway, they're so good.
And Jimmy just smashed them. What a prick.
What is that? You're an asshole,
Yeah,
man.
What's more satisfying
I
than
can't
that?
even do it.
We'll be there this
eating
morning.
crumbs. Hi, David.
Hello there.
What's
How
wrong
are
with
you?
You don't like tuna fish?
I like tuna salad, but I don't like tuna fish, watery, smelly tuna fish from a can I don't like.
Why? What happened?
It just smells it smells disgusting. It's making me, like, nauseous.
Is it?
Yeah. And I was all the way down the hole and I smelled it.
Yeah.
We have a tuna fish can we could have him smell?
How about the filter?
Ah.
Well, he really hates that? What's
It
the
smells
big deal?
really, it smells disgusting.
No, this one doesn't.
Oh,
It's
yes, it
fish.
does. It does. It just smells really yeah. Ooh.
You don't like it? Do you,
No.
you don't eat gefilte?
The filter fish, yes, I do.
Isn't that awful?
That's disgusting.
No, it doesn't smell bad at all. No.
Doesn't that shit smell real bad?
Yes.
It does, right?
Terrible.
How about herring?
Eat herring?
I hate that. I'm a Jew and I don't like herring.
Ah.
Go figure.
You're Jewish?
I'm a Jewish and a Jew not liking herring.
Didn't know that.
Go figure.
I don't like herring, no.
Oh, well, you just put, it looked like Sam was putting tuna on the pussy of the fucking the rubber
No.
ass and pussy.
I'm holding
Hey,
that.
David, you bringing the ass and pussy home to fuck?
And give it a review?
And give it a review for Friday?
We want
I
you
don't
to
know.
review.
I don't know if I can bring that home.
No?
He lives with his parents. That could
Yeah.
be a problem.
I don't know if I can bring that home.
Say it's a novelty yarmulke and
Yeah.
wear it on your head.
I don't know if I can bring it home.
Yeah?
I don't think so.
All right. David, what's up with the Wolverine movie review?
Yes.
You went and saw the movie?
Yeah, so I went and saw the movie for free.
Ah.
For free.
Yes.
Yes.
His big catchphrase now is for free.
Yep, we had a free movie screening. Me and Sam, E-Rock, intern Jill, and intern Matt.
Right.
And the movie is very, very good. I enjoyed it.
Enjoyed Wolverine.
Gave
Yes,
it
it's-
a 1 in the Daily News.
Yeah.
They did?
Got horrible
One
reviews.
star.
A fucking 1.
And it made $87 million in
Yeah.
one weekend.
Doesn't matter. People wanted to see it. Fuck
Yeah.
the 1 star.
I enjoyed it because one of the reasons why I enjoyed it is because I'm a big Marvel fan and a big superhero fan, so that's why I liked it.
You prefer DC Comics?
No, I prefer Marvel.
Is there
I don't
really-
like DC.
I mean, I'm dumb. Is there really a difference between the two?
Yes.
Marvel is-
What's the difference, really?
Marvel is just prolific in they have a world.
Yeah.
DC has a, they try to have a world, but it's really
What's the big name
Is
of
it like
DC
Coke?
Comics?
DC is
Cola?
Batman and Superman.
Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman is coming out with one.
Yeah.
And then there's 4 biggies, and then it's just a bunch of side characters. Marvel have a lot of. The 4 biggies is Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, and Aquaman.
Okay.
Yeah, what about
And then the
Flash?
rest is like, I would say Flash is B. They're B. It's 1A and then there's 1B. I say the Flash. You couldn't do a whole movie on the Flash. You don't even know who's the Flash's main enemy. Like you got to name their main fucking enemy.
Molasses
Man. fucking thumb toe man.
Heather Mills.
and DC is. It's just not, and we grew up on DC Comics too.
Who does
but
DC
it's always
have?
cornier. It's
Superman and
Oh,
Batman.
they have them? Okay.
Yeah.
but there's no they have fucking Apache Chief. Like, huh?
He's good though.
He's good, but it's not.
Look at Jimmy. He doesn't know.
DC has the Justice League, right?
Why do you prefer DC though?
Yeah,
It's so
but-
weird.
I don't prefer it. I just saying about it. I prefer Marvel.
Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel is much adulter.
Yeah.
It's just more adult.
All right. What else you got on Wolverine?
So I'm saying if you don't, one of the things I have to say about it is if you don't like Marvel and you don't like superheroes, you're probably not going to like the movie.
Oh.
And another thing about this movie you should know, about 80% of the movie is just action, special effect, my claws versus my long fingernails, blowing something up, big special effects. That's like 80% of the movie is that.
What's the other 20?
The other 20 is just like backstory and about relationship a little bit, and
then what's the other 10?
That's 20 and 80. That's 100.
Stabbing.
All right.
Yeah.
Wanted to check
So,
your math skills.
Last hour and a half.
So I'm gonna say
show
that-
you my powers.
So what I'm going to say is that if you're not a big fan of like the action, the hardcore action, fighting, the
What
blowing
kind
up,
of
then you're not gonna like the movie.
What kind?
Hardcore action, and then you're not gonna like the movie.
Action.
Even though the greatest superhero movie of all time, Batman Returns.
Yes.
Best.
Yes.
The Batman
No,
Returns.
wait.
Or Batman. Sorry.
Yes.
Batman Begins.
That's right. Yeah.
Begins.
I knew what you were trying to say.
Batman
yes.
Begins is
I thought the first one was
best
amazing.
hero movie ever made.
With Liam Neeson?
Yes.
And it's
I don't think so.
And it's over
Yes.
the original Superman, which used to be #1.
Patrice, I'm so with you. Love the second Batman movie, but that first one was amazing.
I thought The Dark Knight was better.
Amazing.
No way, man.
I enjoyed it more.
I tell you why the first one was
Christian
better.
Bale stinks.
Because it took away, if you're a big fan, it took away the suspension of disbelief where they added that Morgan Freeman character, and everything had like when you watch the old Batman TV show, you go, who built the Batcar? GM, nigga? And who built the cave? Like a construction company that is somewhere knowing that they built the Batcave, but they're just proud of it quietly, like, yeah, we got the fucking thing.
Can you imagine the permits you'd have to get to build a
Batcave? Hey, listen, put that fucking computer decode over here, Jim.
Right.
And then it even explained why the villains wore costumes. That movie was fucking
it was a great
amazing.
Setup.
And
Great
then it pushed, it was so good it pushed the original Superman into #2.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on this.
Yeah.
You think it'd be hard to get a car that fucking has fire coming out the back when you're going to get gas?
That's what I'm saying.
There's no reason for the fire. You don't need it.
The idea that everything
Burning
that
people's
Batman
legs.
had was his own company for army shit that no one bought.
Right.
It just was
right.
That
They
fucking
explained
movie
a lot.
was amazing, dude.
And Liam Neeson, man, showing him how to fight
It
and
was
all that
just
crap.
it
the
was
whole
just
fucking movie was really good.
There's nothing. I think The Dark
And they
Knight
switched
was
out the
great,
broads.
but
They switched out the broads. What's her name? Tom Cruise's wife.
Katie
way
got knocked
better.
up.
Katie Holmes.
I thought they were both bad, but Gyllenhaal, you just don't believe that major crime lords and lawyers were fighting over that face.
Right.
It just bothered me, dude.
Yes. They were trying to make her be the sex pot, and I didn't
think
buy
that wasn't working.
I think best hero girl in a movie is Gwyneth Paltrow in Iron Man.
Oh. Iron Man rules.
She did not fuck that movie up, man. She was great as,
You know something?
as that.
You bring up a very good point.
Think of movie women. Margot Kidder was great, but here's another thing. Too ugly for Superman,
I wanna
to
fuck.
turn Earth backwards.
Right.
I'm not turning Earth back. I'm not going to fly through my father's imaginary face telling me not to do it to fucking help this bitch who died in a sand trap. She should have.
You just simplified the movie perfectly. You're so right.
Is
Too
exactly
ugly
it.
for
You're
me
so
and
fucking
and
right.
too ugly for Superman too.
What would you
give up my powers?
Hold
I
on.
wouldn't give up my powers.
Patrice,
for 10 porn stars.
You're Superman. What would you do for Margot Kidder?
I would have tried to pull that car out if she wasn't living out of super blue sand. I'd have tried to super suck the sand out of her fucking lungs. If she didn't live then,
That's as far as you would
I would
go.
have smashed her body into a diamond.
That's about as far as you would go.
And fucked it and gave it to my new girl.
Yeah. And then blame Jimmy Olsen.
But to do that whole Earth thing, fuck that, right?
Spin and then
hot
do
enough.
that scream where I ignored my father saying, "Son, don't do this shit.
Don't do this.
Fuck
I
that
told
dad."
you.
And to save that average-looking, alcoholic-looking bitch.
That's funny.
Nope. The original Lois Lane that was on the train in the movie, the one that played the one in the...
Oh, yeah, the original.
I'd have believed her more. She was believable as a sort of sexy, sassy bitch.
Back in the day.
What is wrong with you guys? The original Lois Lane?
Yes!
On the TV show?
She was more sexy
back
for
in the
George
old days.
Reeves.
She was horrendous.
But they all were back then.
You just accepted that they were all
Yeah,
horrendous?
that they were all, they had that same stupid hairdo and the wacky hats. The I Love Lucy hat.
They're making another Iron Man, right?
Yes, they're doing it now.
part
Damn,
two.
was that
Don
movie
Cheadle.
fucking great.
That may have been...
I like that better than the Batman
was
movie.
good.
What's the top 5
What?
all time?
Superhero movies?
The Batman with Halle Berry, I think, is the best one.
Catwoman, yeah.
No, the Catwoman. Catwoman was the worst. Top 5 worst, top 5 best.
See, I didn't see enough of them, so
I've seen them all.
kind of out. Kind of out.
Yeah,
on this.
Daredevil, horrendous.
That was
Ghost
terrible.
Rider.
What about
the Punisher remake was terrible. The first one with Dolph Lundgren, that was a great
You
movie.
didn't mind that.
I like that one. It was the second one with Thomas Jane.
But then they did another. What is it with the Punisher?
There's a new Punisher coming out.
What is with the Punisher where they won't stop making that shit?
Yeah.
The new Punisher, but the number one best is that Batman Begins. It just hits you.
It was solid.
2 is Superman. 3 is Superman 2. 4 is
3
Iron
is
Man.
Superman 2.
And then 5 is, I think, X-Men 2.
Wait, Superman 2 was, which one now?
That was with
That was
Zod.
the one with Zod.
Zod.
Kneel before
Okay.
Zod.
Zod.
Okay. You didn't like the 3D Superman one they made?
Oh,
when the
with
guy
Richard
got-
Pryor? Oh, man.
No, the one that
Gus.
was out a few years ago.
3D.
Oh, the new one.
Superman Returns?
Yeah, Superman
Yeah,
Returns.
you had the 3D glasses.
Oh, Superman
I had the fucking
Returns?
3D glasses at the IMAX experience.
Superman Returns is one of the worst ones. What they did to that
Yeah, they did.
is terrible.
no
That one of that
action.
kid, Rolf, who should have been in movies after that, but you haven't seen him since.
Kevin Smith
I was the
had
only
a
one
great
that saw it
review
with
of
the 3D
that.
glasses?
He goes, in a Superman movie, I want to see Superman actually fight somebody and like punch someone.
It was a lot of love.
Yeah, a lot of love and fucking.
All right. We got to get Greg Giraldo in here. And David, are you done with your dumb review?
Yeah, you're pretty much.
All right.
Also,
Pretty much. All right, you're done. Trust
Okay.
me, you're done. Speaking of Wolverine, there was a little backstage thing that was happening. Danny and Sam arguing about Wolverine.
And now, backstage with O&A, here is Primetime Sam Roberts.
I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and we were able to get a microphone into one of the Opie and Anthony show staff's super secret prep meetings. Things quickly got heated between Sam and Danny, who were discussing different show-related creative ideas.
The adamantium that Wolverine has is outside of his bones. It's an exoskeleton.
No, because an exoskeleton is something it's protection that's outside your body. So you'd wear it's when you wear your skeleton as your skin.
What about the claws then?
The claws are retractable. I still define them as being part of an endoskeleton.
Why are you so stupid?
You're stupid!
I'm calling Big Kev.
Go Big Kev!
With nothing left to do in the Great Wolverine debate, Danny and Sam decided to call O&A's resident geek culture expert, Big Kev, to help answer their questions.
Wolverine has an adamantium on the outside of his bones, right?
Yes.
Is that an exoskeleton or an endoskeleton?
I've always heard it referred to as an exoskeleton.
No, fuck that. That is not true.
And Big Kev is not outside his body.
Big Kev is the expert.
It's not outside his body.
I don't know which way to go on that. All I'm saying is I've always heard it referred to as an exoskeleton.
That is the correct answer, Big Kev.
No, I think Big Kev is saying that he's not quite sure the answer himself.
Big Kev.
I believe it or not, as difficult as it is.
Obviously, the jury is still out on adamantium, but at least we hung up on Kev. I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and this has been
Backstage with O&A.
Very good, Sam. Now, we were going to go to break, but I noticed that intern David was very, very depressed, Anthony. Extremely depressed.
No, I wasn't too depressed.
We were in the middle of a Wolverine review from intern David. I thought we had enough that we gave the people, and then we moved on to the backstage Danny and Sam arguing about Wolverine. And then intern David, very depressed because he didn't get to talk about the nude scene.
I didn't get to talk about that. The male nude scene, yes.
Oh.
There's more male nudity than there was female nudity in the movie.
Was there female nudity?
Not really, no. Very little.
But there was what?
Male nudity.
What would management say?
Would they be upset?
Yeah. All right, what about the male nudity?
Yeah, give us the male nudity.
I just was going to say that I didn't really care for it too much. There's one scene when the movie takes place in the hill, a lot of it in the hills of the Canadian Rockies, and there's one part where Hugh Jackman is just running across the mountains naked, and I didn't like that. And there's also a lot of times when he's walking around with his shirt off, so he's always bare chested through a lot of the movie.
Does the Wolverine have a big cock?
We couldn't see it. He was in the movie. He was
It's
running
made out of adamantium. Imagine an adamantium fuck. Jesus.
It's on hydraulics.
You couldn't see
bastard pussy. You can only fuck a bitch with superpowers.
You couldn't see its cock because it was a long shot, so you couldn't see it.
But how bad did you want to see his cock?
I wanted to see it, but I couldn't. But I didn't.
Why did you want to see his cock?
No, it was a show. Whoa, come on. Whoa.
No.
And I was also disappointed because there was a woman that played like his love interest for a little bit, but she was very, very underused in the movie, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, her name was Lynn Collins. I had never heard of her before, but...
Are you done now?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah.
He's depressed, though. You all right? You all right?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, I'm done. Sure.
I heard that we were trying to do the right thing, right, Sam? I heard that we were... And listen to this one, Ant. This came about yesterday. We're trying to keep intern David on board, right?
Of course. Why wouldn't we?
His internship ends in about a week.
Yeah, yep. Not this Friday, but the Friday after.
Which is about a week. And
this Friday it's up.
And no, the Friday after.
Oh, God, Jimmy. Just baits him.
He's just...
You got, let's fucking... he's got...
So Friday's your last day, so we should get a cake or something?
Yeah, we got like 4 days left. I mean, it's a shame.
2 days? What days?
3 days.
Oh, 3 days left in your internship?
No.
Friday. It's
No,
up
4.
Friday.
What?
No, 4 days.
It's next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday. That's 4 days.
No. They think it's this Friday.
No, it's not this Friday. It's next Friday.
Which is 4 days.
This Friday's
Yes, correct,
4 days.
Opie, you got it.
Wait, so a week from Friday is 4 days. You have 4... What the fuck?
You have 4 days left on your internship?
Correct.
How is that possible? It doesn't add up no matter how you look at it.
Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Sunday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday. Go blow up in a car.
So it would just be one intern day then.
And this is what happened.
So what was your story?
This is what happened. So we're trying to keep him. We're trying to do the right thing. We like him around here, and and his internship ends, and they have a rule against that. So there's sort of a possibility that we could keep him on. Patrice
is just experiencing. Patrice is finally just experiencing the David being touched flinch.
The rabbit,
and he's loving it.
He does the rabid dog look when you touch him.
Yeah.
We don't know why.
No, that's real. That's the real deal.
He gives a quick.
You have how much?
If you touch him.
How much what?
Time.
4 days.
Okay, until you're done.
Yes, correct.
So we got to get David a cake or something?
Yeah, 4, correct.
David, why don't you like to be touched?
I don't know, I just don't.
It just drives you nuts.
Yeah, it does. So
What if you leave it on there?
Okay.
But what if a girl...
So what's the story?
What if a girl touches you?
That'd be fine.
You wouldn't do the grrr face?
No. So
anyways... So we're like, all right, there's a slight possibility that he could maybe continue and just hang around for free.
Yeah.
What did he say to that, Sam? Because I know he'll ruin this.
Well, I said, I know you won't, because I tried to set him up in some meetings to meet some people, but he won't go.
Why?
So I said, all right, well then why don't you just like come and hang out, and we'll put you on like the guest thing, like we'll put you in security. And he goes, no, after my internship, I'm not coming in here for free.
Holy shit!
What a dummy.
Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
I remember, yeah.
But what if that's the only option? You're just gonna hit the streets?
I don't know. How much longer can I keep working for free?
Then what happens if it's either work for free or nothing?
Yeah. That's my life now.
All right.
So he's going to go to a regular place where people touch him, and he twitches.
Yeah, and he
they
twitches.
think he's going to shoot everybody in the office and get fired anyway. So what the fuck?
A lot of radio guys have worked for free for a real long time.
Yeah, my parents are kind of bugging me to get a job. They don't want me to work for free anymore.
Of course not.
Yeah, I understand.
They've had enough.
We're trying to do what we can there, David.
I know you are. I understand that. I really do appreciate that.
All right.
Greg in here.
All right, beat it. Yeah, we got to take our break.
We didn't break it? Okay.
No, because it was a whole thing that happened after you.
David.
As we go to break, our Iron Sheik interview, just
Iron Sheik,
legendary. A little piece of him talking about more. Not to be confused with the clip we played where he was talking about pussy in general.
Yes.
This one is called More Young Pussy, the Iron Sheik, as we go to break. Patrice O'Neill, Miami Improv, starting tomorrow through the weekend.
Friday.
Friday
Yes,
to the studio to join the party. Patrice O'Neill, who, of course, has been killing for us today. Miami Improv starting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 305-441-8200 or MiamiImprov.com. Probably the easiest way to get your Patrice O'Neill tickets. And Greg Giraldo playing locally here in New York. Gotham Comedy Club Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Nice.
Yes.
We haven't seen Greg in a while.
No, I haven't seen you guys in a while. What's happening?
I was going to ask you that.
Nothing. I'm just, trying to get back on my feet.
Yeah.
I'm back on my feet again.
Are you still with the collective?
Yeah. They say hi.
The collective.
I don't know. We didn't talk about you.
Is there inside stuff going on?
I don't know what the collective
No,
is.
That whole comic thing that goes on.
Sorry about that.
There's a comic secret fucking agents. They're like the
Yeah, but I don't know what it means. I'm a comic.
the League of Nations.
No, it's that we was under the same management company for a second.
You guys just missed Nicky.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, missed him. Little
I
Nicky.
just saw him.
Little Nicky.
There's a guy that walks around here. He looks exactly like Little Nicky, and we brought that up a couple days ago. So now every time we see him walk by, it's just a good laugh. Sorry. Back to the program. Yes.
Back to your regularly scheduled program.
So, Greg, you're all right, man? I haven't seen you much lately. I bump into Giraldo once in a while at the cellar or somewhere else in the city. We just kind of cross paths, but I don't see you nearly as much as I used to.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good now. But I went off the. I have my little substance issues, and I went off the rails again for a while.
Oh shit!
But now it's all back, man. Back in black.
But the last time we saw you, you were doing really well.
Yeah,
you were doing really well, and now it sounds like that. You kind of went the other way since.
Yeah,
the last time we saw
you. Well, I started. What happened was I got real. I really got separated for real. Like I was separated last year for like 5 months, and then like we got back. I went away to address my health issues, and then I came back and I thought, okay, maybe we can make this work, and then that didn't work. So now it's been like 6 months. It's been totally separated, and then I started like dating and everything, and I thought, well, maybe I could drink a little wine with dinner with the ladies.
Bit.
The ladies, they like to have a nice glass of wine. They like it as partying. When I started dating like young girls, they're like, oh shit, we'll party a little bit. Yeah. So like 4 days later, I'm fucking
is this the
swatting
first
at
time you
robots.
went through?
Swatting
at robots.
Wait. Slow down. So wait, it starts with a little wine, and then 4 days later,
this really happened. I was laying in bed with this girl, and she said, "You're really not. I don't think you're as bad as you think. You're not that bad. You're just not as bad. You just say all this shit about being a drug addict, but you're not. You're going through a hard time. Like, okay, all right, whatever." And we're laying in bed in this hotel room, and I've been like partying constantly. She falls asleep, and I'm still going and going and going, and then I start being attacked by all this shit. Like these things are flying through the air because I hadn't slept, and there literally were these like robot things in the air with like laser beams in their eyes.
Holy shit!
And I thought, holy fuck, this was like the beginning of the end. This was this last stretch here where I thought that's it, and I'm losing my fucking mind. And I sit up and I'm swatting at these robots that are flying through the air at me, and she sits up and she goes, "What the fuck?" She starts crying. She's just crying.
Oh man, that must have freaked you out even more.
Yeah, that was good. But I showed her.
What did you say to her?
I showed her.
Did you edit yourself?
I said, there's all kinds of shit. There's people there. There's people in the corner. She goes, "There's no people there. What are you talking about?" I go, "There's people. Go talk to that person." It was very.
Oh my God, you are bad.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Were you on something else besides the alcohol?
Oh yeah.
Come on, alcohol can do that. You'll pass out and throw up before you see robots.
You know what? Somebody should jump over and beat you in the head. Like alcohol doesn't do that.
That's why I wanted to ask that question.
Pass out and throw
A
up.
nice glass of Chablis made him.
I have a very low tolerance.
I understood that alcohol, but I wasn't. I don't know.
Too much vanilla extract, Greg?
What's that?
Right.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was that much vanilla extract in that creme brulee. Was too many creme brulee. I had a diabetic.
Was it Coke?
Do you find yourself to be funny?
Coke. There's all kinds of things. What's that?
Do you feel like what drugs do to you on
ruin everything? I mean, it makes you much less funny, much less creative, much less everything. It's a fucking total self-destructive nightmare. But booze at first, again, you're like, I'll stop drinking. Then after enough months go by, you start drinking a little bit, and you're like, you know what? This did make me funnier. Now that I think about it, and you get a little looser, you're funnier for a while. But then, shit, it all fucking.
Then the line is crossed again.
Then you're standing on stage, staring out at the audience, just staring at you. Like sometimes, that was the final night when the crowd looks up at you and they just have this look of horror, and you try to look around to see how obvious it is to people, and you see like a girl that looks kind of fucking. Anybody that looks kind of compassionate, they look out and they're just like, oh fuck, what's going on here?
Oh no!
And then you just get like heartbroken and self-hating.
What were you just unraveling on stage?
A little bit, a little bit.
Meltdowns, man, it happens.
Yeah.
God damn.
But you can't be I had a meltdown, but I'm not famous. And it's nothing worse than not being famous and having just like a meltdown, like it's all coming apart.
Yeah.
But it's really not built. And I'm not saying you, it's just, you do get those things where you just, what's it all about? Moments.
Yeah.
Well, nobody gives a shit
in somebody's face.
Yeah. Like, no, all we like about you is that you're kind of likable and fun. If you're going to be a fucking mope about it, beat it.
Yeah. Fuck out of here.
If you're not famous enough to hang out with, if you're not pleasant.
Well, it's like I always say, my job is to give those people a good time and help them forget their troubles.
You're a piece of shit anyway.
That's the most important thing.
It sure is. Send them out with a smile.
You bring joy to people.
I want to fucking burn the entrances like the Happy Land Disco and run through that to get to your cars, you fucking pieces of garbage.
Jay Moore wants in. Jay!
Hi, boys.
Hey, Jay.
Hello,
We got
Mr. Moore.
Greg Giraldo in studio.
Yeah, I know. First of all, I want to tell Patrice, that guy you said is a great impressionist. I still haven't heard shit from that guy.
Who's that? Dean?
Dean Edwards.
Some black guy.
Dean Edwards.
Dean Edwards, right.
He heard about it. I called him and he said he heard about it, but I don't know if he's jumping on it.
He's not.
Yeah, I think he's a little more.
Jay Moore is taking on all impressionists.
You know what? I'll put up against you, and I know he'll jump at the chance because he's a little more like Dean's a little more of a family man, quiet. I'll put fucking what's his name there? The black dude from Mad TV.
Ari Spears?
I'll put Ari Spears on you cocksucker.
You've got to be. You got that.
No,
Tell him, Jay. Tell him, Jay.
I'll put him on you. At least he'll challenge you. At least Aries will go up against you.
Oh, my God. Okay. Wow.
How about Rob McNaughty, you motherfucker? I'll put him on you.
That's like Muhammad Ali fighting fucking George Chavallo.
Jay is really fucking good, man.
Hey, Colin, do you have any advice for Greg? Because Greg is here and he looks up to you a lot.
Advice for Greg: stop slipping, stupid. Jesus Christ! You know, sobriety days are a lot easier when you put them all in a row.
That was pretty. That was pretty deadly.
Hey, Greg Giraldo.
Yeah, that is good.
That is really fucking good, man.
Greg, for real, take it from a guy that slipped twice. God damn, it's so much easier when you do it in a fucking... I would have had fucking 16 years sobriety if I wasn't a dick.
Yeah. That's a good Jay Moore you just did. I never heard sincere Jay Moore before.
What was he doing?
This is actually Aaron Spears. You can tell because I'm late. I was supposed to call at 6.
Jay's got a good drug story.
Huh?
So they said on the line you got a good Giraldo story or drug story.
Corporate case at Reebok.
What's that?
Am I losing you guys? Should I call back later?
Your phone is crapping out.
Little bit.
Try one more time.
Yeah, his phone was man, that might have been the thing he was going to say that was going to save my life.
That could have been it.
Imagine.
Change the world right there. Oops.
This Colin is uncanny, though. I want him to do Colin all the time.
Holy shit, that was real solid.
Has anybody surprisingly been there for you? Like, is it anybody that's really helping? Like, fucking Greg, come on, man.
There's a lot of people that help, but the thing is, the people that have the problem, know that there's nothing that anybody can really do until something has to happen that magically you just, and that kind of did. It's kind of fucking surreal, but, I think I had one of those, like, little crazy moments.
Little moment of clarity?
Not even a moment of clarity. I took a bunch of acid at one point because I thought, okay, how about this? Maybe just hallucinogenics, I could just do that.
Holy shit.
Because if I don't drink, then I won't get to the other shit, but if I just do acid, that'll help me see. And so on acid, I saw what alcohol actually did to me, and I saw this, like, my body, like a reflection of my body, and I saw the shit going through my body and killing me, and then, it became so clear that I was powerless. It became so clear. And the next day I got up and started getting fucked up again. So, it's not logical, it's not rational, you have something crazy.
How could you take acid with so much shit going through your head?
I know, that's what people said, don't do that because but apparently some people have done that and cured themselves just from that, because that clarity enough, just that sense of like what it does was enough. But you never know what was going to,
Why don't you just take some salvia and fucking get on a plane somewhere?
Some what?
Salvia? You never heard of that?
A little salvia? That little,
it's that fucking,
the Brazilian root or something?
It's supposed to put you in it's supposed to be, put you in a state of complete, hallucinating for a few minutes.
Really?
Look up on YouTube, people who are in salvia trips or whatever. Yep. They're out of their mind.
Really?
They're out of their fucking mind.
We did a whole bit on that. Yeah, absolutely. Jay's back. Jay Moore.
Sorry, guys. My phone crapped out as I was driving to the set of a major motion picture.
Oh,
cool. When you go through these hills, it's crazy. Jimmy knows. Great job on Letterman, little Yimmy.
Thank you.
I did a corporate show for Reebok, and whenever you do a corporate show, you go, who'd you have last year? Who'd you have the year before? Who do you have coming up next? And I go, who'd you guys have last year? Oh, God. We had Greg Giraldo. And I said, Greg, great. And they go, no, not really. He called the lady a cunt. He spent all night looking for coke. It was a bit of a distraction.
Yeah, that was the end of the...
Well, thanks for the 50 G's, Greg.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good way to... but even that, so I blew my whole corporate career away, and I thought, but even that I could rationalize.
You blew that away?
Not entirely. It's being rebuilt, but
so Reebok spread the fucking news about that?
All the Booker people that were, and actually, well, anyway, but the problem with that was that you could tell yourself, well, fuck it, I don't want to do those shitty, whorish corporate gigs anyway. No offense, Jay. Who wants to do them anyway, right? So you could say, all right, fuck it. You don't want to be a part of that system anyway. But so you can rationalize everything until you start really losing the shit that you care about the most. Because again, even you can just keep lying to yourself that it'll be all right.
You do well at those gigs. I always fucking hated them. I always feel uncomfortable in those moments.
It depends on the gig. Like I just did one for DirecTV or something. They said just be as raunchy as you want. Just do whatever you want. Sometimes they're fine. But like I've had gigs where they have 8 o'clock in the morning. Fucking like the one that first started the whole thing unraveling. I was doing a gig in Palm Springs. It was at night, and then I had to do a gig in the morning, like 8 o'clock in the morning. And some dude I know was friends with these porn stars sent a porn star to Palm Springs on the Thursday night, on the night before the morning gig. So of course we're all fucked up all night in the morning. And in the morning you think your brain is so fucked up that you think that it's okay and that you look fine and that it's okay, and you walk into the GM. Fucking, some giant corporate gig with a porn star that's been up all night doing drugs. Like, hey, good morning. What do you guys want to talk about? Some water cooler jokes?
Jimmy, how many times, if you don't mind me asking, you don't have to answer, but when you got sober, did you slip or did you just dig in and that was it?
No, I was sent to rehab January of '86, and I drank in the rehab, and then I drank for a year after, and I got sober February of '87, and I haven't picked up since.
Oh, God bless you. I slept on stupid shit like NyQuil.
Yeah.
I would drink 3 bottles of NyQuil a day.
Holy shit.
Hey, listen,
are you kidding me?
Jay, is slipping just doing it again, or has it been a time where you drank and didn't turn back into whatever it does?
No, I never drank again. Like, the thing with NyQuil was, in my mind, I wasn't drinking. And I did take NyQuil to help me sleep because I was working on a show, and they went from days to nights. And I was like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to fall asleep at 8 o'clock in the morning? I'm like, I'll just take some NyQuil. And, like, I took the actual... you talk about an insidious, cunning, baffling disease. I took the actual dosage of NyQuil the first couple times. And then I was taking like half the bottle and a hot bath, and then the bottle and a hot bath, and just laying in bed spinning. It's kind of like any pussy can take NyQuil and fall asleep, but us addicts, when you push through that sleep, once you get to the other side, it's like snorting heroin. It's fantastic. Greg, if you're going to go out again, I highly recommend NyQuil.
No, you know what did it for me? And I never really bought into that fucking accidental bullshit where people like in rehab say, and then I went to the dentist, and then the next thing you know, I'm sucking cocks for crack, But that is actually what happened in a way. I thought a little bit, I went to the dentist and I got nitrous, and of course like everybody else, they go, let us know, does that tingle at all in your hands? Let us know. And you're like, fuck, because then we got to scale it back. Like, no, as soon as I feel the tingling, if you feel any sensation that it's something that's doing something, like fucking ramp it up. In fact, I actually had the guy. I kept telling him I want more and more and more of it. It's got to get higher. I don't feel anything. And he says they kept moving me in rooms closer to the tanks. They had like a master system somewhere. So he goes next time ask for room 4. It's right up against like where we actually, so it has to travel less distance through the tubes or whatever. And then all of a sudden I felt like I'd leave the dentist and think, well, I think something's not right now. Like I want this. I got to get back to where I was when I was sitting in the back in the dentist. So then I'm like getting fucking amputations and things.
Why didn't you call me? When did this happen, Greg?
It's subtle, but then part of you also thinks you got to do it. You just got to get through it. I really think this time I had shit happen which I can't process fully yet, and I'll explain it when I don't. When my brain is clearer, because I think it'll sound way too crazy. But coincidental crazy shit with this girl that like fucking God shit that you wouldn't believe, like mysterious shit that you think someone from outer space is telling you shit, and it actually is real, and so I think that I'm done, but God knows,
It seems like girls are an enormous trigger for you, Greg.
Well, that was it. That's a big part of it too. It's not even a trigger, but it's a big part of the whole issue and what it's all. It's all yeah.
Did you have your midlife crisis? Put it this way. Wait, did you get a lot of pussy when you was younger? Are you now getting the pussy you should have got when you was younger?
Now I'm having the life now that I should. Like I was so fucking busy being the good kid and trying to do things I didn't want to. Like going to school, going to law school, being the good guy, pleasing my fucking immigrant parents, doing all the right things, doing all that, getting married and trying and even and trying to do all the shit that I mean, listen, I have kids and I love them to death and this is I got to get my shit together and I will, and I've had and they've been isolated from it to a large extent because I would do it all this shit on the road. I would be like a binger, I go on 2-week runs or whatever, keep it all together, come back and keep it together until I finally couldn't anymore. But then now, then when I started having more success in comedy and then you could live that crazy fucking lifestyle, all of a sudden it kept creeping up to where I thought,
and it's acceptable. It's not like a regular job where you're going to get fired the first time you fuck up. It becomes almost like, it's okay. Because in our business, it's almost acceptable to be a little fucked up.
And sometimes you can't even believe that you got through it. Like, I've done shows without sleeping for 3 days and been on stage and done okay.
Christ. I need a nap right now.
But it's weird. It's like you can still go out and get all the pussy you want to get. Like, just don't don't pick up the fucking.
No, I know. Yeah,
and there's enough hacks who have drug guy characters as what they're fucking
as
are.
Their
Like
act.
again, like that shit is cute.
Well,
you know.
Patrice, would you do that impression again?
I'm ready to challenge you, motherfucker.
Yeah, well, don't take on Jay.
I think that was Patrice's Ron White impression.
Oh shit! Someone here is saying, Cigars and Scotch is saying Doug Stanhope can pull that off, like being all fucked up on stage.
You can pull it off, but you never know what it costs you. Like, after X amount of time, certain things that you don't see what's not happening for a person. Yeah. Like when you see the same person 10 years later in relatively the same place, you're like, wow, they're still funny, but why has there been no movement?
You mean like every headliner in Boston?
Holy shit. Wow, yeah.
Yeah, no, you think...
Hey, Greg, when you talk about accidental slips and like how you never believed in them, I never did either. And then I went to the dentist and I had a tooth pulled, and he gave me 10 Vicodin in a little box. I took one Vicodin on the drive home, and as it kicked in, I went to my house, I emptied the box on my counter in my kitchen, and I counted the remaining 9 to make sure he didn't fuck me.
Yeah.
I was counting mine.
Then you chopped them up and snorted them.
A drink is the end of a slip. That's what I was taught. It's the end of a slip at the beginning.
But then I was, then I'm doing like 6 Norcos, when I wake up for 6 months and everything's fine. And my wife's like, wow, you never get erect anymore. That's interesting.
Oh, fuck. It's all motives, though. Like, I was taught, like, I got to take medication. I'm not a martyr. Yeah. If I get a fucking wisdom teeth pulled, I got to take something. I'll take it. But I take it in moderation, or I take half a pill, and I throw them out as soon as the pain stops. I dump them, man. I'll trust myself. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what, dude? Everyone gets fucked up, dude. But if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, dude, then you're going to wind up just going back to where you were. I'm so sick of this schmarmy attitude. Well, everybody's getting fucked up, Jay.
What are some of the reasons, though?
But I don't understand. Oh, my God.
I love that Norton's Bobby Kelly sounds like Harold Letterman on HBO Boxing.
But Bob, at one question, stops that fucking dodo bird in his tracks.
Because he's all rehearsed.
Because Bob rehearses alone how he can sound. Just once, Bob wants somebody to go, God, that was fucking a good point. So he rehearses at home, and he fucking, as soon as you throw him a question, he just fucking collapses.
So you're saying it's a monologue?
I called him on that so many times. We were fucking talking about politics one time, and I realized how stupid he was when he was talking about superdelegates.
Hey, Jay, do Larry Merchant.
Jim,
the superdelegate.
Here's a man named Greg Giraldo who, in order to put his life back on track, had to cross the tracks and get back on the train.
Oh, that God! When are we gonna get rid of Larry Merchant?
Greg Giraldo is not only off the rails, but when he met Patrice O'Neill and Cocaine's Right Hook, he decided. But for real, Jimmy, whenever you do Bobby Kelly, it sounds like Harold Letterman when they go to his scorecard in the 4th round. Well, Jim, dude, I got the first 3 rounds to 1. Hey, Greg, fucking call me.
Yeah, man. I'll give you a call. You could be a lot of different people for me.
A whole bunch of people will help.
The strange thing is how high you sound right now.
Yeah, a few people are saying that.
Nah, it's just got. Believe me,
you
believe me. You could.
I am on the phone with television's Greg Giraldo. You tell Tony Shalhoub and the cast of Monk that I am fucking talking to Greg Giraldo right now.
Oh.
Okay, I have to go, gentlemen.
Bye.
Greg, can somebody please give Greg my number?
Sure, I'll give it to him on air.
It's 11.
Yeah.
I have no faith that Jay will stay a good friend.
None?
Not even. There's no way that Jay's going to walk him through without something. He's just trying to figure out how to get your cadence as high Greg Giraldo.
Yeah, if I ever pull it together and become successful, then he'll get my voice down. But for now, it's probably not worth his effort. He's got to work on his Orny Adams before he gets to mine.
I'm telling you, man, not to sound like a fucking ass, but this is tough because,
it's fine. It's good.
No, it's tough because Greg Well, I didn't know this happened. I mean, we don't talk like that. But Greg was the guy. He was straight laced, man. He was just straight fucking on Tough Crowd. Greg was the guy that kept it right amongst a bunch of other maniacs.
But that really, see, again, even that's the part of it. Like that during Tough Crowd, I was wildly out of control.
I didn't know it.
No one knew, man.
And Colin did. Colin fucking talked to me a bunch of times.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know.
But I didn't know even that, but I never really let it go. You know, I was always able to, keep shit under control, but then I would have these moments where I would go, fuck. Like, when I was off, put it this way, I'm not saying this to fucking, but you're
not talking with Junkie Pride.
Nobody's, I'm scared the shit out of hardcore, crazy, like, I've done shit and continue to do, have continued and woken up and started again, where people are like, what the fuck? People who don't even have jobs, who are like fucking committed to take this till I'm dead. These guys just go, this is their life. Their job is to be
wow.
And, so, but I would do it in episodes, and then somehow fucking be miserable, pull it together and always be able to kind of keep shit together. But it's now it's like,
how horrible is it, Greg, being wired on a plane?
Oh my God, it's a fucking nightmare.
It's awful, right?
I once I was flying to do this fucking college gig once, and I'd been up and I was totally the paranoia that kicks in, and I thought everybody around me were agents that were out to get me. And it sounds crazier to people. It's temporary insanity, and then it passes. It's temporary whatever you call it, psychotic schizophrenia, whatever. You start hearing people, and I thought, and this one guy starts speaking to somebody in an Australian accent. I'm like, fuck, it's international. It's an international operation to find me. And I went and sat down next to the guy, and could you imagine when I landed, the cops were there. They said, you're acting very erratic on the plane.
Oh, wow, really?
By then I'd eaten all these sedative type of things, so they actually let me go. Which was,
what did you say? Like, I've been up for a few days and had some family trouble.
Stressed, and they said, "Are you on any substances?" And I said, "Well, I took some Xanax, because that's old state. Do you have a prescription for Xanax?" And I said, "No, actually, I don't, but it helps me. A friend of mine gave it to me. Knew I was scared of flying, and they go, we could arrest you right now for your behavior and for being on a substance it's not you don't have a prescription for." And I said, "Well, I don't know. I hope you don't."
I hope you don't.
I would have challenged him. You should have poked him in the chest.
Yeah.
Go ahead, pig.
Go ahead. Blood test me, motherfucker.
Take me in.
Yeah, but that,
what'd you do? You sat next to the Australian?
Oh, fuck. I sat next to him and talked to him. And I could you imagine what this fucker, and then there was this, Indian woman sleeping behind me, and I kept looking between the seats. I'm like, and I was writing, taking notes about all this. I have these notes. I can read the shit. It's like the rantings of a madman.
That's a fucking one-man show.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I go, they're so clever to put the woman pretending to sleep behind me. She's pretending to sleep, but she's listening the whole time, and I stick my head there.
He's like John Doe from Seven. This Greg is fucking.
Oh man, and if you
shaving off his fingertips.
Beautiful mind.
If you don't sleep for a couple days,
beautiful mind guy.
If you don't sleep for a couple of days, even if you don't do anything, you go fucking nuts. I've been with people, these girls that try to help you. They're so sleep deprived at the end either, too, but they haven't even done any drugs or anything, and they're just fucking frazzled and crying, Jesus. Where did it all go wrong?
Don't you love all the fucking codependents that fucking rush in?
That's great. Yeah, it's a lot easier to meet girls when you've been up for 4 days and you can't even talk. But then you try to be never mind.
Well, you always know the ones that were attracted to you at that time are fucking. There's problems there. There's problems.
Yeah.
No help.
God bless him.
I think it does sound like Jay made a point about the chicks being like a fucking trigger.
Well, that's all a big part of it too. Probably, suppressing my homosexuality like this for so many years.
Well, that'll do it too.
Yeah,
one dick though, and you're
one and that's
fine.
It. Yeah, no, that's all part of it too. You do everything to kind of, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's all wrapped up. The whole chick thing is very wrapped. Somehow you always end up in that
really creepy sex and shit. Choking and
well, the thing is, some of that. But what happens is you get so fucked up that part of it's it depends. Some people get more I swear to God, this is true. I started doing blow as a way to not cheat. When when we're gonna have kids, because for some people it's crazy sexual shit. But I would get fucked up just drinking and then go nuts. But if I did a tiny little bit of coke, any bit of coke, then any bit of coke, and I would just sit there and just talk about how misunderstood I've been as an artist for fucking 12 hours with some stranger, rather than just fuck around and go crazy. I would just and also it makes me so paranoid. I can't be social. I can't be out. So if I'm doing blow, I'm home alone or whatever with
we smoking it.
I want to go into the specifics of the methods of administration.
What is it about sobriety? And this is for anybody. What is it about sobriety that sucks? That I don't want to do this.
I'll tell you. That's why I never drank. I drank once. 2 times once I've been drunk in Australia, by the way. Drank and was drunk. What it does is it gives you unbelievable inhibition. like you do, and it's charming. Like, I stuck my tongue on the side of a girl's mouth that I didn't know, and she just started sucking my tongue. But the way I did it drunk must have made her go, fuck it, I'm going to do it too.
But that's exactly the reason she quit drinking. I can't believe I let this animal stick his tongue in my mouth.
That's her bottom story. That's his like fond memory of drinking. It's her rock bottom.
But also, getting on stage and being drunk you're funnier. Like at the time when I drank, I said, fuck me. I'm saying some funny shit. Yep. And I just thought it makes you a better comic. And I thought of Richard Pryor, and I was like, I don't want to fucking be high and funny. I'll be just whatever.
Well, it doesn't work for long. That's the thing. It's like it works. Like I say, it works till it doesn't. You know, when I first tried to stop a while ago, I thought it was hard because I thought I'm not going to be funny anymore. Like because I'm fucking nervous. You know, like I'm not comfortable in my skin in real life. I'm not that crazy. And on stage I could get a little buzzed and I'd be the guy I wanted to be my whole life. You know, now I'm loose and funny and cool and comfortable and relaxed and not self-conscious and it was great for years. I was always drank on stage, always for years and years and years. So stopping was like, fuck, I can't do this. How am I going to pull this off?
I'm not going to be funny.
I'm not going to be funny. I can't be. But that was a bunch of years ago. Since then, I can't drink. Since that point, I got used to the idea that I can't. You might be funnier at first. Like if you don't drink for a while and then you drink a little, that first show is like, holy shit, this does work. I am back to the and then by the fucking third show,
there's a quick drop off with drinking. I've noticed with anything when you're drinking, there is you could graph it. Yeah. You get better at whatever you're doing. You really do. Like I was on a fucking dart league in a bar. When I was, back fucking in construction. And I'd get to the bar, I'd start drinking a few beers. I'm laying those fucking darts in that dartboard exactly where I want them. And then you have like one sip more, and wham, the graph just drops off, and now you suck completely at everything you're doing.
Yeah, so the goal is to like stay at that point.
But you can't. You can't stay at that point because you got to keep drinking. If you stop drinking, then you're going to start sobering up and feel like shit because you're hungover.
Yeah.
And then if you keep drinking, you're going to fall off that cliff of the graph of goodness.
Yeah.
And not be good at what you're doing. When I'll tell you something. When we went from afternoons to doing mornings, I was really fucking worried because I would drink during the fucking show, afternoon drive. I'd fucking get to the show around noon, 1 o'clock. We'd be hanging out. Yep. I'd start drinking. The show didn't start till 3. So I'd be drinking a good couple of hours before the show started. Show would start. I'd have my computer monitor. Bottle of beer would be behind there. And during the show, I'd just be like, hey, could you grab me a beer? I would polish off probably 6 to 8 beers through the show.
Easy.
Through the show.
Easy.
And then when we went to mornings, I was like, I can't do radio. I've never done radio without drinking.
Yeah.
I'm always drinking and doing radio.
I was going to say, the amount of beer they were hauling into our office was amazing.
Oh, fuck.
We had 3.
Amazing,
We really did have 3 refrigerators. One was for food and the other 2 were for beer. Turned out all 3 were for beer in the end. And then the Jägermeister machine to really
Jägermeister, frozen Jäger machine came in. We're doing Jäger shots during the fucking show.
And then we decided Fridays we need shot girls.
Yeah.
And
you was drinking too?
No, not really.
Opie was actually
very, very rarely
keeping it together.
Very rarely.
Just keeping the fucking thing together. It was me, I believe, a couple of producers, and other people just pounding.
But then management finally said, "Look, we hired basically a bartender to come in on Fridays and shot girls."
Nice.
And that lasted about 2 or 3 weeks, and they finally said, "Enough. What are you guys doing?
Yeah,
you opening up a nightclub here?
Yeah, I know. What the fuck is this?" But it did
like
worry me that I wasn't
going
to be able to do, radio.
Yeah.
That I was going to, suck or
it's
something.
It's the illusion. It's like it does tell you that you're no good without it. You're not going to be creative. You're not going to be funny. And all it does is block creativity. All it does is block being funny. In the end, it wrecks everything.
I remember, at first I thought, well, this is cool because I like these stories. This makes it like it'll be. And then I can't tell the stories because it was like, well, people are going to hate you. You have kids and you're doing this shit, and it's not going to help you in any way. And then not only that, I'd be on the road and meet these fuckers that I didn't even remember meeting. Oh, they go, man, remember that time we did this? And that would have been a good story if I'd remembered the first thing about it. It's like it blocks everything. It's a nightmare. It's the worst thing you can do. But it's what you got to. If you have this thing, it's going to play itself out the way it plays itself out. And I hope that I had enough at this point. But Had enough for today, right?
We all have that fantasy of like going out in a blazer, or just of being the intriguing, crazy guy. Like, oh my God, you should have seen so and so. But surviving it. But the reality is, my luck is not that. Like, my luck is horrendous. I'm very dysfunctional when I drink. Very dysfunctional.
No.
So I know I would drive, and I would just come home, and there'd be some kind of a limb sticking out of my grill. Like, that's what would happen. I'd wind up in jail.
Did you know Hedberg, Jim?
Yes.
Well, what was his? I
think he was doing heroin.
Personality. No, but what was his personality?
I didn't
like?
know him well enough off. He was always mellow when I saw him. He was always like, "Hey."
I was wondering if anybody knew him. Like, was he like? Did he have a problem?
I fucking met him the night before he died. He was doing the Carolines gig. We went and saw him. One of his last. It was either the night or 2 nights before he died. Met him backstage, exchanged numbers. He was going to be part of the show.
How was his personality like in terms of?
He was amazing on stage, and it was very obvious he was very fucked up. He was all touchy-feely backstage, really cool. You know, knew the show, couldn't wait to do the show, and we exchanged numbers. And either the next day or 2 days later, we got the news.
And I think maybe the pressure of a guy like that, too, because he ended up being almost a king of a certain genre of comedy that he had to keep up. Well, the pressure of that.
He created, you said, if you create a character where you have to be fucked up, because I have a character kind of that I do when I was, too fucked up, because like my hands would be shaking and I'd be my hands would be shaking, so I just grasp the mic like this and put the mic, and then you create like a guy on stage that could be fucked up and looks okay. I'd walk a lot slower. My guy, wouldn't look at the audience, and so, like when you find ways to make, now if luckily that's not how I developed my act, and so that character I only used in emergencies, but imagine, like, if you build your whole fucking thing on being this guy that's fucked up, how do you...
You gotta be fucked up.
Yeah.
Wow. That is oof.
Fucking Bobcat.
Brutal.
Bobcat
Goldthwait. Yeah.
Whatever he was doing.
Yeah, that whole act that he was doing. having a fucking that guy.
But then the reverse is, why is it when you get into religion, for some reason God tells you can't be funny no more? Like, you either... a maniac on drugs, or you get religious, and then all of a sudden you just said fuck, like Bob Nelson with the napkins.
You can't be
He
funny.
just stopped. He said fuck funny, but I'm gonna still do comedy.
Yeah, for some reason you can't find God as a way out of an addiction, I guess, and be funny.
Can't be hilarious and being a Jesus.
What happened?
Jesus had to be charismatic. walking through Jerusalem with those assholes. Like, give me a break, man. Well, like, it's a rough thing being, but
some
people
take on the religious, they take on the fucking hulkier religious sides too, that pious. Oh, I can't laugh at this. I can't talk about that. They take on that part of it too.
Because if you take on that whole thing where, I got to be a compassionate guy, I can't do certain types of humor that would offend things. If you go that far, you're fucking doomed.
Mm-hmm.
Gee.
Let's go to the phones. We got Josh in Bucks County. Josh.
Hey, Josh.
We got Greg Giraldo in studio opening up to us. He's playing Gotham. I want to see Greg Giraldo at Gotham Comedy Club Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A million shows to choose from. What do you got, Josh?
What's up, boys?
Hey, man.
Thanks for taking my call. I got sober when I was young, like Jimmy. I was 19. I just got pushed into it as a kid from my mom and girlfriends and that kind of stuff. And then at 31, I decided I had a kid. She was born missing half her brain, and it kind of took its toll on me. And to be honest with you, I thought it was my reason for drinking at the time. And
well, Mr. Nagel, are you sober now?
Nah. I've been drinking and doing drugs every day for 2.5 years.
Okay.
I got the pills started like 1.5 years ago, and they're the fucking worst to try to get off of. My kid was born, and
is this a helpful? There got to be a once upon a time.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you helping?
There's no way to get sober. That's all I want to tell you.
You're done.
They tell you it works, it doesn't.
Where'd the guy go?
He hung up on his own.
Oh, why'd you hang up, dude?
He's out.
Why'd you hang up, dude? He's asking. Did you just ask someone why they hung up?
But you know what it is? It's just...
Holy shit, Jimmy.
Well, it seems to me it's like Pile on Jim Day, isn't it?
You know what? He'll hear that, though.
It's like shit.
Some delay. He's going to call back now.
That's true.
What was you helping?
I don't know what he was.
What his point was.
Liquor made his sperm wrong.
I think he was leaning toward what can I do to help myself. I think he was leading
and that's what it always is. It's like, it's just, it comes.
No, people
good
know
is
the
good
answers.
if it's good for me.
People know what they have to do. People know, there's enough information out there. People but they say knowledge is no defense. It doesn't matter what I know. People, it's like, we know what to do. I either want to do it or I don't. I mean, it's like, it really is simple. It's like, but no one is like in the dark about
of how much, what you're really willing to do. And then like they'll tell you, like the real hardcore guys will say, like, you're not willing, if you're willing to do anything, you're broken, are you really broken down, you're crawling in here, you're ready to do anything we tell you to do. And, like, obviously there's ways, look, people could stop. If they put you on a fucking desert island, you're never going to drink again, right? But then you get, so there's things, but it's not so much. It's not like you don't just sit there and think, all right, today I'm going to go out and get fucked up. It's very subtle. It does creep up in weird ways.
Your intelligence level as a comic is so at the same level as psychiatrists and psychologists. So you can be in this state and go, shut the fuck up with your advice,
well, that's
bitch.
what they always tell you.
You know what I mean?
If you're the kind of person that deconstructs things too much, thinks things through too much, it's going to be a lot harder.
It makes it much harder.
Because you keep rationalizing through all the things and the things that people do to help you. And there's a lot of stuff, and it does work. There's a lot of things that help people. And I've stayed sober for long stretches, and I got to pray to God that I'm going to stay sober now. I mean, this can't go on, right? So you got to believe that something will work. But it's like, it takes longer for people that are always analyzing and breaking things down and saying, well, that doesn't work. Or if you can pray to God for sobriety, why can't I pray to God? Why can't we form a group to pray to God to give us moderate drinking? Like all that kind of shit.
But they
moderate. The moderate drinking God, which is
moderate drinking God.
How about we pray to God and let me get fucked up every once in a while and be okay, and not keep going.
But they take away all those, like, any loopholes you think are left. It's like they say we think our intellectual brain power will help us float above other people. They just point out the arrogance of thinking like that.
Yeah, right.
It's like, hey, the proof is this.
Right.
Me and all my brains got me fucking cutting my wrist.
Yeah, right.
And fucking vomiting and calling the FBI. And Dumbo over there has been sober for a long time and is happy and can keep an erection. So who wins?
With that, we got Josh calling back to get to his point. Josh.
Yeah, sorry about that. My point was, I used that after 2.5 years, I'm pretty much sure I used that as an excuse just to get my favorite thing back. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to do drugs for a long time. I quit when I was 19. I wasn't convinced that I was an addict, and I thought I was smarter than the program, and I stopped going to meetings for a couple years, and then that shit happened with my kids, and now I'm in a fucking nightmare, to be honest with you.
Well, why don't you, I'm sorry not to suggest something, but why don't you do what worked the first time?
I would like to, I talk to my friends. I have some guys trying to talk me into going into a detox. I honestly, it hasn't been bad enough, to be honest with you. The only thing, I feel like a faggot because my only problem is that I cry too fucking much. I'm depressed about my kid. I hate my job. I just feel like a baby.
But look at the self-centered
all the time. It's like fucking nothing's bad enough for me to get sober again.
Look at the self-centered. So what's good enough to keep using then? Doesn't sound like it's working for you.
No, it's really not. In the beginning, I was funny. I was way funnier. I loved it. It was great. I realized how easy it was to fuck drunk girls. You know what I mean? I'm married. Obviously, I didn't, but it was great going out and feeling like I could get laid all the time. And now I'm in the corner, high and miserable, and not wanting to see anybody.
But look at look at the self-centeredness of it. You got a sick kid, and you can't find a reason to get sober. I'm not saying that I understand that like rational stuff doesn't sober people up, but just kind of step out of yourself and look at the self-centeredness of that.
But you know what it is? It's not the reason. You don't necessarily always even know. Like you find reasons to explain everything away. For me, right? My kids matters more than anything in the world to me, right? And I love them to death. But then you start thinking, okay, at first you think, your brain tricks you into giving you any reason to get fucked up. So like for me, it means I don't want to label myself. I don't want to say I'm an alcoholic or a drug addict. I don't want to say I have that genetic. I just want to say I'm choosing to get fucked up a little bit on the road. Because if I'm an alcoholic or something, that means now my kids are going to have that. And then they're going to have to, So
that's how I tricked myself into
and then all of a sudden you start, and then once you get deep into it, then you go, well, fuck it, they'll be better off without you anyway, and all this kind of shit that's a lie, that's all lies, and then you hate yourself so much that now you can't stop because now you're like, I'm the biggest piece of shit on the planet, fuck it, let's keep going, and it's and then whatever, it takes what it takes, everybody gets to where they get, and there's no one thing that makes people get, tell you the truth, for me it's like when it's just nothing's working, when you just it becomes a point where it becomes very clear that it's either you just want to go till you're dead or that there's hope, right? And if you believe there's some reason there's hope, then you stop and you do what you got to do, which I've done, and hopefully this will. This is a fucking cheery.
No, it's true. A lot of people
fucking compelling. I'll tell you that.
And there's
Jesus Christ.
There's definitely a lot of jokes. in the middle of this too.
A lot of people are going through the same thing.
What was your upbringing like, Greg? Was it fucked up?
No, that's the thing. It wasn't really. I mean, through therapy and all that shit, you start finding out that there's a lot of things that seemed fucked up. It's not even a question of what's fucked up. It's like how it affects you, how you perceive it, right? So like nothing was. My parents were cool. But they was all very immigrant. I was first generation. I was smart. I was supposed to fucking save the world. I was supposed to, and all these, and I always felt weird. I always felt different. And I still do now to this day. When I'm standing here, even you guys, even the crew and these guys, I'm always on the periphery of everything. I'm always the outside guy. I always feel like, and it doesn't matter. And then people tell me, but yeah, people like you. You're a normal guy. But I never felt that way. As soon as I got fucked up, I was like, well, hey, everybody, now I'm one of you. Now I'm normal. And that's just something that's fucked up in people's brains. And that, so now like booze and drugs and everything, that's the medicine. That's the medicine to fix what's wrong. It's not like just have fun. I'm actually fixing my problem. I'm treating my illness.
Oh, okay.
And then you try to stop, you try to not drink or anything. And all of a sudden that illness is still there with no medicine. It gets fucking worse and worse and worse until you address what's wrong with you. Then you're going to keep picking up and going back down that path. So, and then sometimes it's just, you don't know what the fuck happened. I
just like the feeling of, drinking.
Yeah.
I like to drink. I like to have it's very ritualistic
Drink
thing
every day?
with people hanging out. Yeah, I have
And
beers.
you get a buzz, probably?
Yeah,
So why isn't your life... Why don't you have a problem as opposed to whatever?
Well, I don't know. I reach up. Well, yeah.
I mean, why don't you considering yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, why isn't everybody going? Oh man, Anthony's. Like, why can't you drink every day?
Jimmy does all the time.
Really?
He looks at me like that and goes.
I love Anthony. Of course, I'm concerned.
No, of course, I know.
When you see your friend who your career hinges upon him driving a fucking 3,000-pound vehicle with a hand over one eye.
No, I don't fucking. Oh my God,
a fucking gun collection.
Exhibit A.
Yeah, guns. Whatever. No, it's one of those things where it's like I was saying about afternoon drive radio as opposed to doing morning radio. Now, I would never fucking come in at 6 in the morning and start drinking beers during this show.
He would be from the night before.
Yes,
it would not
I
be
like just staying drunk completely right through till forge on through. No, I would never do that. But when I get home, I fucking like kicking back, grabbing a cold beer, turning on the TV, and just drinking beers. Or when friends come over, it's like a thing that, to have a beer in your hand, you're talking and drinking.
How many beers on a regular day?
On a regular day?
Not a party night or anything like that.
Not a party night?
It's like it's Wednesday.
Average day. A Wednesday?
Something like today.
I'll probably, let me see. I have fucking kegs and taps in my house now.
That's the problem.
Which is, so it's hard to count.
He kind of ramped up. He's got a Guinness keg and a Bud Light keg. So.
The garbage man is going on welfare now. He doesn't have the depositable bottles anymore.
Oh, shit. Can you imagine?
Can
you imagine?
No, probably, let me think. I could probably go through from the time I get home until the time I go to bed, probably a six-pack. Go through like a 6.
It's not even quantity. Everybody's story is different. There are people that get fucked up every day that don't. Everybody decides themselves what it's doing to them or what they. But it's like if you wanted to, there was starting to be a lot of adverse consequences in your life, but you kept drinking anyway. Or you wanted to stop. Or if you keep telling yourself, I'm just gonna have 2 beers tonight, but you find you keep drinking 8 or 10. Or today I'm not gonna drink, but you're fucked up anyway. There's little things like that start becoming.
I sometimes I can like weekends are a different story because I know I don't have to get up for work. Right. If I have to get up, I kind of take it easy. If it's a weekend and I'm drinking and I'm out or something like that, I'll be like, I'll reach a point where I stop thinking you are gonna feel like fucking dog shit tomorrow, and I wake up and go, what the fuck? What did I do? Mm-hmm. Why? Because now I waste the whole day laying in bed just going like, oh, I feel like shit. I'm hungover. And we fucking waste a day. But there are other days where I'll be like drinking and go, hey, give me a water or give me club soda or something because I don't want to feel like shit tomorrow. Mm. I got shit to do. I got, with that. And I'll just, I'll stop. I'll drink fucking club soda the rest of the night. Yeah, some days you're just like, fuck, man, why didn't I, why did I cross that barrier where I stopped thinking maybe I should stop now.
Yeah, but that's the big. We've all done that. That's the big. That's the big why.
You know what Colin said?
You know what I mean? Go, why
Colin said to me, sorry, Colin said to me early on, and it was weird. This was real early. This was way before I even would have considered it. He said, listen, I don't know if you're an alcoholic, stupid, but but he started giving me this whole lecture, and he goes, just drink 5 drinks. Don't drink more than 5 drinks for like a couple weeks. You drink 5 drinks, and any normal person would think that's pretty fucking reasonable, or just give yourself a week, don't drink for 5. And all of a sudden you're like, well, fuck, I drink more, but I'm choosing to drink more. It's not like, because you can't choose not to for a week, whatever, and even if some people can hold off, but the point is, it's not a question of just dry drunking yourself, because there are people that can say, fuck, I stopped for 2 months, I'm not an alcoholic. It's drink 5 drinks or under, or don't ever drink more than 3 beers for 2 weeks, because once you have 3, if you could put 3 beers in you and leave it at that, for weeks and weeks and weeks, then you're probably okay.
I'll have 12 and not drink for 2 days. How about that?
It doesn't work like that.
Literal
Jim.
Jim.
Self-righteous in the whole conversation.
Self-righteous Jim.
What the fuck is that shit?
People are dying out there.
It's no laughing matter.
Yeah, you keep smiling. Turn it upside down and see what happens, bub.
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 You know who needs a good drink? Fucking face lady.
Oh, God. She should get a pass. Let her fucking drink. She'll hold it in her mouth like a pelican.
Have you seen face
Pelican lady?
Yeah, she looks good.
Amazing, right?
Hey, look, she looks good.
Greg, where's your comedy at these days? Whoa, is that
Kevin Kennedy? Yeah.
That is, right?
Who's that?
A baseball dude. No, we interviewed him in Vegas.
Yeah. We talked to him
Kevin
in Vegas.
Kennedy? No, what's his name?
No.
Motherfucker.
So exciting here.
Didn't he used to manage the Red Sox?
Hallways are just, it's magic.
It's teaming with
celebrities.
Who is that guy?
That's gonna drive me nuts now. He was cool. We interviewed him in Vegas. Anyway, where's your comedy at these days, Greg?
That's this is the fucked up thing.
By the way, I've always loved your comedy.
Oh, thank you.
I want the people to know that.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm actually doing an hour special in June, and that's actually has a lot to do with, it's a paradox, because on the one hand, you feel this, like you're getting better, and then you think you don't deserve it, so then you get fucked up to ruin it, but the weird thing is that's the one thing I can't let, like the most motivating thing is getting funnier and being better, and that seems like a weird thing to say for a person who's, but that's really like, that's the one thing I'm not willing to lose, and I start losing it, and then it's the one thing that hits me, that like I can't lie about what's happening there. Or the other shit, for some reason I could lie about it, but for that, when you really start seeing, your comedy slipping, that's when you
are you talking about this stuff on stage and
somewhat. I'm gonna make there's a lot of really funny shit about it that I'm doing.
We were laughing.
There's definitely a lot of funny shit in there, but I haven't really processed it yet because I was living it. So
right.
Yeah, gotta kind of get away from it a little first.
Yeah,
you'll have a lot of people,
look back at it.
You'll have a lot of people in the audience that can relate to a lot of that.
Well, that's
stuff.
the fucked up thing. Like when they know the fucking, even if you don't talk about it, if you're fucked up or if you're thinking about being fucked up, those kind of people come out of the woodwork. Fucking crackhead addicts, stripper addicts, all these people, they come out of the woodwork. Everyone's got drugs, everyone's giving you shit, everyone wants to go party, and I don't even have to mention it on stage. If you're trying to keep your shit together, even if you don't talk about it, people that want to help you come out of the woodwork. People can walk up. I've had people come and ask me for help because I've been sober for a little while, and I don't even mention it on stage. It's fucking weird. So it's all out there.
Right on.
There's hope, everybody.
You know who could help? Danny.
Danny?
Danny's great. Yeah. Fucking enabler.
Yeah, I help you drink beer.
Exactly. He helps me drain the kegs.
Danny, it says 6 beers on a regular day. Is that accurate?
Average.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, weekday. Yeah.
Weekday.
Weekday.
Right.
Weekend's a little different.
Oh,
but
weekends.
Weekends start on a Thursday yet? Are you a Thursday weekender?
I've gotten up, not out of bed, but I've woken up on like Saturday morning or Sunday morning and just heard like either Ange downstairs or somebody downstairs.
You got to actually rephrase that. You've woken up on a Saturday or Sunday evening.
Yes, evening. And just heard what sounds like a glass recycling plant. Where it's just clank, 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 bottles just fucking going down. And, that's not just me because that's Danny's alarm clock, too. He's on the couch asleep. didn't make it up into the Danny
there are some
suite.
days I don't actually make it into a bed.
Doesn't
if I'm
make
staying
it upstairs into fucking his private suite.
Someone will find me in the bathroom one day. Guaranteed.
Yeah, that's fine, man.
All right. Well, I think we've done
that happen.
I think we've done enough today, man.
We've had our therapy session.
Let's pretend this motherfucker was sober. I'm trying to think of a question I can ask him if he wasn't fucking on drugs. Like, so Greg, let's ask him a not fucking dying of drugs.
I tried to go there twice. I said, face transplant lady, and what kind of com are you doing?
And then Greg's like,
and then went back to the other thing.
Face transplant. He's so clear it doesn't matter anymore.
I also knew.
All I know about is spiritual transplants.
It'd be nice to have a face that you didn't fucking, I actually did think that when her nose was missing, I thought, well, I guess obviously that limits certain methods of administration. She had no nose. How do you do?
Did you see the no nose when you were sober or on drugs? Because that could be a whole different
it's a whole different experience. Wow, it must suck not to smell things. Oh, yeah, not smelling. That's got to be good.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here, man. I think Greg Giraldo got the laughs out as well. And he's going to be at the Gotham Comedy Club. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's 2, 4, like 6 shows. 212-367-9000 for Gotham. And it's been way too long. We like having you on the show.
Yeah, man. No, I don't know. It's like everything. Fucking time goes by. I keep thinking, what shit? Why haven't I been on before?
We got to work you into the schedule.
Yeah.
And check out Colin's show too if you can. He's only doing it for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. It's called My 2 Cents. It's on 43rd Street. Just go to colinquid.com. I'm gonna go tonight.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go too.
His one-man show on the economy.
Colin. I'm gonna do the free ticket. Fuck Colin. You bought a ticket. Fuck
course,
him.
man. Yeah, no.
And I'm gonna have an empty seat next to me too. I'm gonna have him give me 2 free tickets. I'm gonna only use 1. That's
Who's
what I'm
that baseball guy walking around?
You should do something like I do on the plane and buy a whole
Kevin
row
Kennedy, right?
instead of going first. Can't afford first, but I can afford 3 coaches.
3 coach seats.
Why didn't Kevin Kennedy sound right when you said it though?
What was Kevin Kennedy?
Just makes your stomach hurt, doesn't it?
Goddamn ant. Shut up.
This guy.
Didn't he used to manage the Red Sox?
And Tyra's she just perpetuates corniness. I got booted off that stupid show. Tyra's just like
we're talking about Ant the comic who's on
flourishing.
Tyra. He stinks.
I like him. I think he's good.
I think he's wonderful.
Shut it, Jim.
I like comic that brings that kind of energy.
I like a marvelous sense of humor.
He brings it.
Punch his chin so it looks like that lady.
He brings the funny.
He's so irreverent and he's so catty. I love that catty. Catty humor.
Great.
There's millions of guys that are funnier that will never be on TV like that. I just don't get it. I don't understand how you guys deal with that shit.
The business is a leech that sucks your life force out of you.
I'm trying to think if I ever laughed at one fucking thing that guy has said. He's on everything too.
If he said he liked pussy, I'd crack up.
Oh, Anthony.
All right, listen.
No need to go there.
Patrice O'Neill.
I don't want to go.
Your face transplant thing.
Let's stay.
Your face transplant thing will live on for a long time.
Hey, don't validate me by face transplants. Let's stay and talk.
I'm just saying. Maybe we will.
Chat.
Maybe we do
Let's just go. Let's just hang out.
Miami Improv. You could go to.
If we hang out, we'll be helping Greg.
You know what?
Yeah. Another half hour of not fucking around.
You know what? You know what? Let's
stay.
You could stay.
I want to stay. I want you to stay with me and Anthony. And this cocksucker's packing up his mouth.
He's packing his stuff up.
It's late.
But why don't you stay?
I got to drink.
Yeah.
I don't want to stay.
I got to eat. I got to keep my protein level stable.
Do a set with Greg.
No.
No, we got to go eat.
You need us to do a set.
No.
We're barely here when you are on.
Greg doesn't want. Greg is you know.
We got to get out of the drug talk.
I want to be his real friend on this. I don't want to be his radio friend.
Oh,
no fake friend.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want to be his fake friend.
Well, then why
are you putting your hat on and leaving?
On the air?
Yeah,
what's that? No, because that's not real friendship. Interventions on the phone by yourself.
Yeah.
I want to fucking.
Yeah, but I don't need an intervention.
Yeah,
I've already told him
down that road.
He's been intervened.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I see. I don't know. I'm using those words. I'm using those words. Fucking. You know, I don't have a what do they call it? I shouldn't be using the word. Yeah, that's why I swear a lot.
A friend.
I saw a fucking bumper sticker that says swearing helps fools think. I went, yep, that is me.
I like that.
As I'm going, fuck. I'll talk to Greg on the phone one of these days.
Yeah.
Well, you could do a set with him where you don't talk drugs. You just hang.
I don't want to because I'm engulfed by his drug use. I didn't know it happened.
Something happened.
It is, guys.
Hold on. Something happened to Patrice in the middle of this because you got really quiet.
No, because I did not know that Greg was going through this.
So you were learning some stuff right here.
Yeah.
I love these wild
I didn't know that.
shows.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
What
Enough
happened?
of this drug shit. I love Maury's wild teen fucking shows.
They just had a black girl on that was 14, and I had to put my face in this cup
and bite
it.
Bite the cup.
Stunning. Yes.
Stunning.
Look at this girl. Look at this girl.
Question for you, Anthony.
Prostitute. Yeah.
There's no such thing as the law.
No such thing as the law.
What age do you stop yourself?
13.
Even though there is something called the law, just gets around it.
Just 13 is where you stop yourself?
13.
Holy shit!
Jesus, that's
But it's
honest
got to
as
be
a
the right.
motherfucker.
It's got to be the right 13.
13.
What the fuck? You never seen a hot 13-year-old that is completely fuckable?
I'm just
You out of your mind?
I'm just thinking the age.
Let's
13.
be honest. You've seen 13-year-olds and gone, oh my God, she's 13?
I don't know. To be
Of course you have.
Mine's just 23.
Everyone be honest.
23.
I would say 16.
Is
for
it
me.
the age?
No.
The age
23 is-
irrelevant. It's not the
23
age.
is mine.
You're talking about the package situation.
Not the look.
By your standards, if she was 4 but super hot, that looked
Right. She had an ass
she's
and
4
tits
giant
at
tits.
4.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
23 is a good age because it's really woman and it's still young. So it's just like the
23. You wouldn't fuck a
brutality.
20-year-old?
Yes, I would, but I'm saying
teddy bear
I would rather
is
have a
taking a bit
23
away
because
from
it just it's
That girl's-
such a dirty age.
How old is she at?
I have no idea. They usually show the age when they walk
Yeah.
out flipping the birds to
Look
the
at
audience.
that! Look at that! See, that's what I'm talking about. I need that to be
one on
fully
top?
woman.
No.
That
Yeah,
was a mess.
but you know how we
They're making her hold a teddy bear. She's sticking.
I know.
things in
I
her
know.
Oh, Maury's
she's
sick.
like,
Maury's sick.
We've called Maury out on this so many times. How fucking just what a circus he's running. She had
the number one
unprotected
show on
sex
TV,
because she
too.
wants a baby. Ain't that great?
You would that one there?
Oh, in a second.
You should be put
all
to
over
sleep,
that.
you piece of
Be
shit.
all over her.
You a piece of shit.
All
She has
over her.
one pubic hair that looks like a that look like a pine needle,
Fucking
and you
pluck
just
that out.
fucking fucker, you piece of garbage. I am out of here. I can't take this anymore. I won't fucking stand for this shit.
Listen, we got
Jesus Christ.
We got to talk. Can I do pro flowers here, or we have to do it within the?
She says she wants 3 kids, but she's 13. See, she's 13. That's what I'm talking about.
Exclusive last chance for
And I have
our
nothing
radio
on my hard drive, so leave me alone.
listeners. It's proflowers.com. It's a no-brainer. 1 dozen colorful roses for mom and a free glass of vase. Only for $19.99. That's roses for under $20. Mom is definitely worth it. Thank you, Patrice.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. You will not find a better deal out there this late in the game.
Right.
Trust us on this one. Better yet, if you add $10 more, you're going to get double the roses and free chocolate truffles. We've used proflowers.com over the years, and they do a great, great job. Wall Street Journal says so as well. Best value for your dollar. Supplies are limited, and you're running out of time. You need to place your order today. That's right, today. So listen up. This is what you do. You go to proflowers.com. For the special, you click on the microphone in the upper right-hand corner. They're going to ask for a password. You type in Opie, and you'll get the special, all right? Or call 1-800-PRO-FLOWERS. Mention Opie, and you'll get that deal as well. Remember, this is your last chance to take care of mom. Order now. It's proflowers.com. We might have to stay here. We got live reads and shit. But I'm going to go to break with one more clip from the big Iron Sheik interview we did last week. Check this out. Opie and Anthony, Jim Norton, Greg Giraldo, Patrice O'Neill. Thanks, Greg. Gotham Comedy Club, Greg Giraldo.